Okay, hey you guys. I'm hoping they can hear me. I call myself starting the show, but let me see. Can you guys hear me in the chat? Okay, here we go. Here we go. There's a delay obviously on the YouTube side.
All right.
Oh my gosh. I know everybody can't wait to talk about Liam. Hey Bree.
Hi, ladies. Hi, everybody. Happy Friday.
Hey. Listen, we got Trish on the line because Keisha had a girls' night out that she had to go to. So she was not happy. She was not happy about not being able to be on tonight's live. Because she had a lot. She had a
It's
lot
okay.
to. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. She might pop in. You never know with Keisha.
Yeah, she might just pop in. So, yeah, she was really wanting to talk about today's episode of Bold. So,
I mean, serious.
yeah, we gonna.
Gee, I wonder why.
Really. All right, let's go ahead and get this show on the road. Hey, you guys, welcome back to CBS Soap Dish Recap, where this week it's going to be Bree, Trish, and myself. And we're going to be doing the recap for the week of November 13th through November 17th for both shows. We usually do the Young and the Restless first, and then we do the Bold and the Beautiful in the second half. And then we got Who's Going to Take Several Seats this week, and we got to flip the script. So if there's a particular scene or storyline that you wish you could change, that's where you flip the script. All right, you guys. So we're finna go ahead and get this show on the road. We're gonna start with the Young and the Restless first. Also, before I start the summary, if you are new here, hit that subscribe button. Make sure your notifications on. I know I've been getting somebody asking me to send me the notification so they can get the videos. I can't send you the notification. You have to do that on your side of YouTube. And when you click subscribe, it'll ask you, do you want all notifications? That's what you select. I have no control over how you subscribe. So I'm sorry. I wish I could help you or send you a notification, but I can't do that. It's not in my hands. And then if you make sure you get the likes in this video up, because it's going to be an interesting evening, to say the least. I mean, my Thope Nation, what y'all drinking? What do you mean, Trish?
I'm having Dr. Pepper right now.
Oh, okay.
All Dr. Right. Pepper plus.
Yeah, plus what, Trish?
It's my vice.
Well, I am having a glass of wine with a splash of water.
Oh. No, is the splash of water for your face or for the wine or in a different glass?
I mean, it can't be all alcohol. So I had to have some form of water. So, with a splash of water.
And what about you, T? What's up?
I just got water. I don't drink, so. I just got me some water over here, but I know some of y'all do, so, and I know there's a lot of happy Thope fans, so.
We had some good laughs today.
Yes, we did.
It's been a decent week so far for both shows, but B&B definitely took it this week.
Yep. Okay, so let's go ahead and break it all down. We're going to start with the Young and the Restless. For the week of the 13th through the 17th, Summer imagines telling Sharon that she'll fight for Chance, and Phyllis is accused of disrespecting boundaries. Oh, nope. Too far back. That was last week. Sorry. All right. Victoria feels Nikki betrayed her. Adam confesses to deceiving Victor, and Nikki agrees to meet Claire's aunt. Claire drugs Nikki at the lake house. Victor wants Victoria to dump Nate, and Cuckoo Chloe hounds Sally about Adam. A very doped up Nikki wakes up to Claire's being kidnapped by Claire and tries to escape. Nate urges Victoria not to leave Newman, and Kyle walks out on Audra's scheme. Nikki is caught and drugged by Claire doing an escape attempt, and Diane asks Kyle to be a mole for the Abbotts. And then last but not least, Claire knocks Nikki off the wagon as Jordan reveals herself. And Jill and Lily warn Devon about Tucker and Mamie. So, you know what? The two biggest stories, well, the biggest story this week is this whole thing with Nikki. She took the cake this week. So we got other little storylines like this thing with, well, that kind of leads into it because it's two parts of Newman. Because you got the part back in Genoa City with Victor and the kids, and then you got the part of Nikki Newman over in Oregon. So, what else is outside of that? Well, we had that little bitty part about Chance. He's out of the hospital, and Nina and Summer. Well, yeah, let's go ahead and get that out the way. What do y'all think about that?
Nina does not care for Sharon at all. She would gladly replace Sharon if she could. She's trying. This is fake. This is fake, being fake nice the entire way through.
Yep.
I think she's tired of her son's choices in women at this point.
I would agree. And I think the way he looked at Summer, I mean, we all saw that. That was a very endearing look. And it wasn't like there was something behind his eyes when he looked at Summer when she had walked in and said, "It's good to see you. Glad you're out." Whatever. When he looked at her and she looked at him, they looked like they were very, very happy to see each other. And Sharon was like, "What is happening? I'm sitting right here." That was funny.
Yeah, what is happening? Go ahead, girl.
What's happening is you are mad at your ex-husband's daughter's love interest. You're trying to compete with Phyllis's daughter. This is what happens when you compete outside of what a fling should be, because this is all this was between between Sharon and Chance. We never really saw like a deep connection for us to be invested in as fans. As far as we know, this was just a rebound that went way too long.
Yep. You are absolutely, hold on one second. Yeah, you are absolutely correct by that. You know, because of the fact that it's the way they put it together over this past, maybe 7 or 8 months. You know, they had them kind of went on one date. Then we didn't see Chance and Sharon for a while together. And then all of a sudden, Phyllis was exonerated or caught or whatever it is that Chance was so happy about, which is what they celebrated in the back room. And it's like, okay, they really didn't build upon nothing. Like with Hope and Thomas, there was a build up, right?
There's a volcano.
Yeah, I mean, there's a build up. But them, they just, they sprinkle a little bit of Sharon and Chance here. It was like, why'd y'all put them together in the first place?
It was a sparkler. You know how sparklers, you light it up and then
You said it was a sparkler.
Yeah. 32 seconds of excitement.
Pretty much. Exactly.
With a fizzle poof at the end.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
It wasn't even a poof. It was more like a...
Exactly.
Yep.
What did you say?
Yeah. That's what sparklers do. They unsparkle.
Oh my goodness. So, oh man, yeah. I'm just like, if you're gonna put Summer and Chance, just do it already, for God's sakes.
I agree. I felt like after like the hospital scene, I figured we would see like Summer go back and forth to his bedside or something, like really pissing Sharon off. But I guess this will do. I'm hoping they just go ahead and just get rid of Sharon and Chance as a couple. Just the idea of that even being them being a couple. I never really saw the chemistry except for that one time they lit a sparkler and that was it.
That was it. Yeah, I'm with you on that. I think, I really wish it would have been either like what you said, or, maybe Sharon heard Summer talking and realized that she's not in love with him, and that it's just, it's just not that, and just be done. At least from a woman's perspective, I would like to see Sharon be the one that says this isn't it, than to have her dumped unceremoniously.
Right. Yep. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get it over with. We saw Summer have a conversation with Daniel. Daniel is kind of like, oh, Sharon haven't been together that long. I don't think nothing serious there. Why don't you just go for it? And she was like, oh, you sound like mom. Okay, whatever. Just Summer, just do what you got to do. And Chance, if you want to go after, let Sharon down nicely and just keep it moving.
Yes. Yeah, don't hurt Sharon. I don't want Sharon to get hurt, but I also just don't see them. That's just not it.
Sharon's gonna be just fine. She, out of all those men that she's been with in Genoa City, this is nothing. This is a blip.
Yeah,
she'll be okay. Nick is right around the corner.
He's right there. As much as I hate to say that, because I actually really love Nick and Phyllis together. I think they're so hot, but I can see it coming.
Girl, well, whatever it is, just Summer and Chance, let's get to going, okay?
Get it on.
I mean, this man took a bullet just for him to get out the hospital, and we're still at square one with them playing cat and mouse. Because see, the way they could have done this is like, he wakes up and he realizes like, man, I heard what you said when I was sleeping. None of that. It's like, what the dude get shot for? And she make this confession, and that was it. Okay, whatever. So I was over that. I'm like, yeah, whatever. Just let me know when they are in their own dressing room somewhere. I'll be there. I'll be there for it.
Do you think that Sharon? Could you imagine Sharon going to Nick, trying to cry on that man's shoulder, and he asked her why? Oh, because your daughter took my man.
Oh Lord, girl.
Isn't that it? Wouldn't that be pitiful for Sharon to say that? She might as she is better off just walking away and be like, hey, it was fun. Yep. I had a good ride for that one night, and that's it. Boom.
I'm with you. I do. I want it to be her to walk away.
Who, Sharon? Yeah. And that'll make it easier.
It would be pitiful.
It'll make it easier it'll make it easy on us too, with Sharon just be like, you know what, I'll just step aside. If you're interested in someone else, go pursue that. We didn't have anything really that serious. And then it'll be over with.
Right.
That's exactly how Sharon would say.
Exactly. Exactly. That's why I said it like that, because I know that's something that she would say. So, moving on. So then we had this whole thing with Devon, Mamie, Jill, Nate. Because, we will get to the part where, Nate is crying in his beer and sulking and crawling back to Chancellor Winters, because after being chewed up and spit out by the Newmans a second time.
God, that whole no.
He was stupid for even coming over there in the first place. I said this way back when he wanted to sign up. I'm like, dude, did you learn from when you used to date Abby and you had to fight to get your medical license back?
No, did not learn a thing.
And then you go get with the other sister, and fast forward to November, you're back at square one. You need to leave them Newman girls alone.
He just needs to go back to being a doctor again. He needs to get out of corporate world. Nothing's benefiting, because where else can he go besides his own family's company? And that's kind of finicky in a way as it is. It seems like they're open to him coming back. I have a hard time believing that, but
yeah, me too.
But where can he go?
You know what, Bree? I think he's better as a doctor. He's not a businessman. Remember when he was a physician, the biggest thing that he had issue with is bureaucrats. Remember him saying that? Right.
Yep.
And then you turn around and decide to become one. You're not good at it. Go back to medicine. You didn't spend, it take like 11, 12 years to finish your medical school and do all this stuff. Okay, fine. Your hand is not what it used to be with doing surgeries, but you can go into being a doctor on many different things.
You know what I'm hoping for? Because I was actually thinking about the fact that he can't do surgery anymore. I wish that Devon could like help him find like a specialized doctor to work miracles on his hands so he can be able to be a surgeon again. I would feel that Devon would help doing that versus bringing Nate into the family company, especially since they know that Nate has the capabilities of backstabbing him now. I don't see why Devon wouldn't help Nate, regain the strength in his hand back, especially since
Why can't Nate go teach?
That's true.
That's a good point. Or else,
I mean, they have GCU, so go teach.
Yeah, be a teacher, one of the classes or whatever. I mean, he could be what is called a hospitalist, where he teaches the new doctors and take them on rounds and stuff like, girl.
Oh,
yep.
I have a happy medium. What if he came up with a medical product?
Oh, there you go.
Boom. Mixing medical and business. Bam.
Yeah,
he could be his own empire. I would like to see. I just want him away from the Newman fold, and I was glad that he was kind of given like a little lukewarm, welcoming to Victoria when she came to him, because it's like there's only so much he can get from a Newman. He already been with both Newman women. Victor doesn't care from him, so he's got everything he can get from out of the Newmans. So he has no use for Victoria at this point.
He really doesn't.
So the best thing is to put him back in the hospital or put him back in a doctor role again.
Yeah, I agree. With that.
Sometimes. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying I agree with that.
Well, and sometimes they do stories where they actually intertwine like real life stuff. So if they really wanted to do something cool, expanding on what Bree said, they could have him do something where there's like 3D printing technology with regard to maybe prosthetics or something like that, where it would bring attention to something as well as give him a better storyline than this.
Right. I so agree with you on that. I mean, I think it was a big mistake pulling him out of the hospital. I honestly think that, him and Elena could have been like a power couple. They both doctors and things like that.
Yep.
They really screwed that up by having him cheat with Victoria. And then you fast forward almost a year later, and then this is the end result. Now, granted, it's karma for him for throwing his family under the bus back then, but they didn't even have to go that route. They could have kept those two together. Meaning him, Elena and Nate, and both husband and wife, or, I don't know if they would have got married, but working side by side, and, no, they just had to mess that up, so. Now what? Go ahead.
I mean, I always felt like Elena was more for Devon. She had no problem going back to him whenever she wanted to get, have him dip into his cheating phase. But, I feel that with Nate and Elena, they have like that hot chemistry at first. I think it's just the excitement of the affair. I really couldn't see them long term. I really haven't seen a woman perfectly matched for Nate.
Really?
Unless you guys have.
No, honestly, I was annoyed when they had Elena and Nate cheat. I didn't like that, and I don't know. I kept trying to figure out who would be the best for him, but it hasn't been anybody he's been with so far, because it's all been either gotten together in the wrong way or opportunistic.
Right.
Yeah, because Abby was wrong for him. Victoria, no. and her daddy read her damn that, and we'll get to that.
Oh my
Yeah, we'll
God.
get to that part. Yeah, we'll get to that part.
But
Oh my goodness. I
like even Amanda wasn't good for him.
Mm-mm.
yeah.
Mm-mm.
I don't know. He's probably, you remember how they were trying to put Paris with different people and she just wouldn't fit except with
Yeah.
Zende, and they just didn't want to keep them two together. I don't This is
I don't
crazy,
get
man. I
it.
don't know what they're doing over there with that. But here's another part that I didn't like, and is when Mamie tried to mend the family
Mm-hmm.
with Lily and Devon. Jill needs to shut up. It's
Yeah.
like, why do you need to confer to Jill on how to fix your family? Because they was like, well,
Mm-mm.
what do you think? Do you think we could trust them? That's your cousin. Y'all figure that out. Why are you letting Jill tell you what to do about your cousin? That was my thoughts. I don't know about anybody else.
On the personal side, it was annoying, but on the business side, I think they need to really think about what
Well, yeah, I
what
get
they might
that
do.
part. I was thinking about
That's
the
crazy. But on the personal side, Jill should have kept her trap shut.
exactly. What do you think, Bree?
I'm a little well, I want to say confused. At this point, what relationship do they have with Jill? Because the grandkids are grown. You know, I
Mm-hmm.
don't really see Jill and Devon ever really having much of a long term relationship. And I guess Lily and Jill are kind of cordial, but Jill didn't need to have a say in regards to their family at
Correct.
all. I don't really see her.
No,
I don't really see her place within that family. That's why I'm
not family.
confused.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
I
she's not
mean,
family.
when Mamie and Nate came through the door, Jill was like, what are you doing here? Okay, first of all, Mamie is Lily's aunt. Okay? So whether you like this
Blood
woman,
relative.
and Lily and anybody in that room, Lily and Mamie are blood relatives. Okay?
Yep.
I mean, Devon is adopted. Nate is actually her cousin, so he's blood, of course.
Exactly.
But for Jill to be like, well, what did you bring? What are you doing here? This was only supposed to be, excuse me, this is her family. This is her family's house. You're the visitor.
And I was going to say, it's not your house to even speak up in either.
Exactly.
That would be like me coming to your house and asking what somebody that walked through the door is doing there. It's not my house.
And it's my family.
I'd tell myself to leave.
Right, Trish, you telling me what somebody coming up in my house and it's my aunt and my cousin.
Yeah, who does
Who
that?
does that?
Who
And
does that?
but even Lily asking Jill, well, I mean, do you think we should trust them on the family side of it? I get the part with Chancellor Winters, but the family side of it, I'm like, she shouldn't have no opinion on whether you should try to mend this with your cousin. It's not your place to even ask her that. Go ahead.
That's what I'm saying. Does she look to her as a mother figure?
I don't
Like I've never
know.
seen them have that close of a relationship, except
Ex-
for when Kane was around.
Yeah, exactly. I don't. It's like she dictates every move, even on the personal level for them. And I'm like, Jill, come on now, girl. You go talk to Billy or somebody. She's already looked like, according to the previews, trying to talk Chance into coming over to Chancellor Winters as a businessman. That dude been a cop
Oh,
all his
Lord.
life. I don't
And
know,
who's going to protect Genoa City?
girl. Maybe listen.
Well, it's
Since
not going to be Paul.
Well, girl, listen. Since they're moving people around from job to job, hey, maybe Adam could be the chief of police. He can put Nicholas in jail.
Victor.
Make it Esther. Make it Esther.
What to say? Victor would gladly have Adam in his back pocket without question. Now he has the whole police system. The Newmans could get away with anything at that point,
Right?
Girl, please. All I know is that whole scene did not make sense to me. It's like, okay, confer on the business, because eh. But with the family part of it, zip your lip. All right. Let's see. What else did we have? We talked about this Chance and Summer thing. We talked about this. We might as well backtrack to why Nate is even in this situation. So we already know he got fired and then the fallout of Victoria trying to talk him into coming back. Now, back up in Newman, there's this infighting between whether or not to have Adam come back. And Victoria put an ultimatum on the table saying that if Adam comes back, I go. And look like Victor don't care. Like, you listen, if none of y'all come back, I just hire a whole bunch of other people. That's what he said.
I was so happy about that. See, this is why it makes me think they actually listen to like fan commentary, fan podcasts, because we've been saying this. I was so happy the way that he read his own daughter down. He first was saying, I don't respect you. I had respect for you. She was like, past tense? Yeah, past tense. And he was like, I don't know where you guys would be without me. You guys are nothing without me. And then, and I think and then he ran the entire Carfax on his own daughter.
Like, she said Carfax.
Well, I can't say the real thing, but Carfax on his own daughter. It's like, you've been making poor decision after poor decision. Billy, JT, Ashton Locke, now Nate. And she was like, my personal life has nothing to do with it. Well, you bring your personal life to our business, so I have to deal with this.
You know what? Let me see. Okay, because, Ashland was part of the business. And, of course, Nate was part of the business.
Billy and JT always had a job at Newman whenever she was there.
That is true. Yeah, she make her pleasure part of the business. So,
exactly.
Victor's like, I'm sick and tired of this. You keep bringing these dudes up in here, and it's always a problem. Yeah, he basically was questioning her judgment.
Oh, no, he was past the questioning. He was like, look, this is who you are.
He was judging her judgment.
He's like, I can't trust any move that you make. And then he hit her where it hurts. He's like, without this job, what are you? What do you do outside of this? You're nothing without this job. I was like, oh.
Okay, I know Trish got something to say about that. What do you think about that statement, Trish?
When you're born with a platinum spoon in your mouth and you go to the best schools and you have the best education and you grow up listening to that type of conversation around you in business, you are starting this life halfway past third base. And he's right. He handed her everything. I'm not saying she's not smart. I'm not saying she hasn't done a good job with what she's been provided, but she was absolutely provided. So he's right.
Yeah.
She may have made a great life for herself if she was born of another family, but if they were not rich like him, she certainly would not have gotten $500 million from a trust fund.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
That should have been the loyalty test. He's like, if you guys are really looking out for me, you guys love me, why don't you give me my money back? If it's really about loving your family.
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised it's not even a thought for Nicholas, Abby, or Victoria to give their dad their money back if it's all about trying to protect him and protect the Newman family.
But see, in their minds, that's the thing. He put that money away for them, therefore it is their money. Mm-hmm. And in their minds, the access to it wasn't given to them fast enough, and so they sued to get full control over the trust. And so in their minds, that's not his money. It was always their money. And that's the entitlement of being born into such wealth and starting halfway past third base.
Well, here's my thing. I totally agree with that statement that Victor said, because he was like, without me starting this business, what do you have? The only person that can't be applied to is Adam.
Exactly.
He went to school. He went to Harvard Business School. He worked on Wall Street. He did all of that on his own. So even if just say he didn't know nothing about Newman or they were just some average family, Adam would have been Adam no matter what. Because he would have worked
Yeah.
somewhere.
Yep.
Wall Street or some big corporation in Chicago or LA or something. These other kids
And
can't say that.
Adam doesn't have $500 million. He
Mm.
didn't sue his dad for a trust fund.
Nope. Not at all.
Actually, it was actually Adam's idea, and the three other siblings kicked him out of the deal.
Wow, I don't even remember that.
It was I remember, 'cause I was so mad for Adam. They kicked him completely out the deal. They brought Abby in just to have like extra people.
Oh, I thought it was Abby's idea to start with because she was the naked heiress.
Nope.
Oh wow.
This was Adam.
God, I gotta go.
And then they kicked him out. That's why Adam always had a grudge about that $500 million. That's why he brought that up to Ashton Locke last year.
Dang.
Yep. Well, the question is, where would they go? I guess they could get a job somewhere else, but it's based on the name that
Sure.
they had. It's based on the fact that. Go ahead, Trish.
They wouldn't be shareholders. They wouldn't be handed a C-suite position just going to another company.
Mm-hmm.
That's not how that works. You got to be blood.
Yeah. So.
And you would think with. I'm sorry. I was going to say, like, you would think with all this money and all this power Victoria has, you would think she'd be happy and just be blessed with everything that she has, but she's so bitter and angry over being demoted to a COO position.
No, it's not even COO. She's co-CEO. Victor's co-CEO. It's just that Victor's the one on top with her as co-CEO instead of her being on top with her mom as co-CEO.
And it's pitiful.
Isn't it just?
So, like, what are you worried about? What are you so worried about with Adam? If you look down upon him and you feel he's going to be a screw up, but you're so on top of your game as a businesswoman, what do you got to worry about?
It's pitiful.
Yep. But that's Victoria for you. She's entitled.
Yeah.
She's selfish. She's chaotic. She said that she was
1%
going to... Hold on 1 second, Trish. She said that she was going to spin out, was one of her sayings, and she walked out of the office all in a day. I'm like, girl, please, if you don't go sit down somewhere, you're co-CEO. All you got to do is confer with your father on whatever the goings on. He didn't put you down in the mailroom. You're his sidekick to the position.
Yep.
It's crazy.
Exactly.
Go ahead.
And
Bree.
she'll probably handle the day-to-day more than Victor would.
Mm-hmm.
So she didn't lose a position.
Nope. So my question is, what did she decide to do? Because Nate tried to talk her into going back, but we never got an answer. And then the brothers tried to talk her into it too.
Has she made a final decision?
I don't think so. I didn't see one. Did you?
It's clear to me she's going to go back to Newman because she wants to do it in spite of Adam. And I'm glad that Adam got both of his brother and his sister together, because the way that they both treat him at the jazz lounge, especially Nick, the way he was talking about his own brother right in front of him, then Adam had to get up and like, hey, you know what, you guys are going to feel how you're going to feel. My only focus is my father, which you guys cannot say the same. You guys' focus is solely just to get me out. So when you guys are finished doing what you guys are going to do, I'll be focused on my dad. And then you have these two siblings still bitter about their brother, even though this is their father's decision. The entire ordeal of putting his kids together was their father's decision, but it's still Adam's fault. So
everything was Adam's fault this week.
Exactly.
Everything. Since he came onto the picture. And I just might, if I was Adam, was it a kidney? I'd just throw the word kidney around every time somebody was rude to me Nick or Victoria. I just a kidney.
Yeah, I mean,
Gave
it
a
was.
kid a kidney.
Go ahead.
Oh no, I would just remind them. I saved your daughter's life multiple times. Kidney, I gave her body parts. I gave him body parts. I mean, how can you
Yeah.
be mean to someone that?
Yeah, I mean the other thing is the fact that they were talking trash like he wasn't even sitting there. He's like, I do hear you guys, right? I'm sitting right here, and they're just talking trash in front of his face. They have no regard for this man at all.
None. Mm-mm.
Their own brother. And I can't think of a time that Nick or Victoria have risked their life or sacrificed anything for their other siblings or their father, even as much as they drive home, that they are the golden children and know what's best for Newman and their family. I find it interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So it's gonna be interesting to see where this whole storyline goes, because this part obviously ties in somehow to Nikki, which we gotta talk about that because that's been going on most of this week. So,
Y'all.
okay, my question is, Nikki, you're a high profile individual, high profile. I mean, you're talking about a billionaire's wife, and you're gonna just go to some random lake house with a girl that is your assistant. I don't think the CEO of the company or whoever I work for is just gonna go with somebody's random assistant to a family member's house. You don't know
No.
what's. Go ahead, Trish.
It's just a no for me. I mean, where's the security guards? These people are billionaires. I mean, obviously we already know how bad that Victor's security guard detail is, but could they have at least put someone on the flight and in the car? And and where was the driver that was supposed to wait? Would they take a cab or something? What is happening?
Even more than that, she is Victor Newman's wife. He don't have a tracker on his wife at this point. As many times as we've seen Nikki get kidnapped and taken and put into all these precarious situations, he don't have a tracker on his wife yet. On a cell phone, even
something. I mean, he knows where she is right now, but obviously something's wrong. I mean, come on. And then the whole alcohol thing, that really bothered me.
Me too.
I was not happy about that. It was the same thing when Sheila did the champagne with Brooke. That just really.
Yeah, that didn't sit well with me at all.
But it was diabolical. It definitely paid off. It caught our attention.
Yes.
The thing that pissed me off throughout this whole thing with Nikki, you are in this house. You see lamps, you see tables, you see books, anything you could have grabbed to get this girl. This girl is tall and lanky, well, average height and lanky. You could have took that girl. She's just like every girl in the mall. This is Mall of America. You could have took this girl. You could have threw a lampshade. You could have threw a coaster. Any damn thing. And you let this girl come to you around your neck with a syringe. Seriously.
I don't think, did she realize that Claire was behind her? I don't think she realized that she was sneaking up behind her with a needle.
As soon as she walked out that room, she knew it was time to get up out of there, but you had to protect yourself. You are Victor Newman's wife. You didn't seen many different things. If anything, she should have knew martial arts. Yep. She should have knew karate, anything at this point. But more importantly, she had objects throughout that whole living room. I had to watch that scene several times. I'm like, there could have been several things she could have picked up. As many horror movies as we've seen, this is the part that I hate out of all the things, out of all the objects.
Yep. You guys, let me just share a tiny piece of wisdom. Unless they're stilettos, don't take your shoes off. Because if you're going to have to run outside,
thank you,
you're going to need your shoes. And if you have a stiletto, then you do keep them with you, but you turn it the other way in your hand so you can use that stiletto as a weapon. And I just watched her take those little flats off going, what if you have to run? Like, what? Okay, they're not going to have you run, obviously, because you're taking off your shoes. And then to go down the stairs without holding something, like what you were, the lamp, I mean, something, anything. And even if you weren't going to jump out the window, break it open, start screaming, and block the door so that the psychopath can't get in. Help. Y'all, it was so frustrating watching that. It's painful.
Yeah, she started digging through her purse right there and standing in the middle of the room. I'm like, at least just grab the purse, go somewhere and hide and look through it. Or, if you couldn't get out of the house. She's just standing there. I don't know, did she think that Claire left? Because I know Claire was like, I'm about to leave to go back to Genoa City. So maybe she thought she was gone.
It's the only thing I could think.
That's the only thing I could think of.
I mean, if you're in a house and you know you've been taken captive and you can't get out the door, wouldn't the first thing you would think of to do would be break the windows?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, Victor has trained her for at least 30 decades. So if she ever came into this situation, she should be able to get herself out. I was very disappointed with Nikki. Mm-hmm. She is way too old for this. She is experienced all the hell that Victor has brought her to her. Yes. She should get out of this situation with this skinny girl. Come on now.
Yeah, it was really, really, really hard to watch.
Yeah. I agree. I
meant to tell y'all one other thing about when I'm going to go back to Mamie and Jill and Devon. When Jill said, you lost the second job, you're just going around pissing everybody off. I laughed so hard.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta say, when Nate told the story, Devon kind of was like, oh, yeah, so you screwed up over there. But then Jill did come to his defense and said, well, that's a Victor Newman's move. That's something Victor would actually do. Because she knows how Victor moves. Victor done pulled the wool over her eyes, too, several times. You know what I mean?
Yes, he has.
So, but yeah, going back to this storyline, then, I mean, it moves us to the part where she drinking tea. I mean, God, it's just not smart. It's just not smart. First of all, going off to some unknown place without saying anything. I mean, she did tell Victor where she was going, right? But I don't know. It's going to be interesting because the other part of this is Claire saying that she's after all of the Newmans, all of them, and she want to bring them. She wants to bring them all back to Oregon, and I don't know what she want to do with them. We got to see Jordan finally, or whatever her name is. So
I just can't figure out what is the end game, because thinking about all of the past stories, I mean, obviously people are talking about Ian Ward. Y'all, I thought Nikki's sister had passed away a long time ago.
Who, Casey?
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought that too.
I really thought she was gone. Like, I didn't remember. I really thought I thought even Nikki had like scenes where she was crying and being supported because her sister had, like, did she have more than one?
Yeah, I was a little confused until they brought it up early this week. And I'm like, oh, okay. I thought she only just had just the one sibling.
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
I don't know. I meant to look that up before we got on here, but I was very confused about that. So if anybody knows in the chat, fill us in.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, I'm trying to think back. What did Casey pass away? You know what? I'm going to look this up. Casey And
Because Nikki could have a whole sibling, extra sibling we may not know about it. I mean, she had a whole other child that we didn't know about, and then we had that whole storyline arc with Dylan. So
Yeah.
it could be like another sister or cousin, or I don't know. Maybe Nikki stole her identity. I don't know. This is so weird.
It is weird. It's out of left field.
And that kind
okay.
of kills the thing about her working with Tucker too.
Mm-hmm.
No, and it was
Makes sense.
revealed in, okay, so Casey was, she had breast cancer, but she was able to fight it. But I don't see anything where it says, oh, wait, hold on, view more. Let me see. Trying to see. Did anybody say anything yet in the comment section while I'm looking?
They're saying that Nikki only has one sister. It's just Casey.
Okay, and did she pass away already?
No, she's alive.
Oh,
They're saying
okay.
that she's alive.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay. Okie dokie dokie. Alright. Yeah, so I mean, for her to just go off with some random person, there's no security, all of that. You don't know this girl. I mean, Claire only been working there, what, about a good 2 months?
Mm-hmm.
If that.
A good 2 months. And even Audra had sent something. Well, Audra knows what she's working with there. But what kills me is she took the Newman jet. So the pilots, the stewardess, nobody that could account for the fact that Nikki was missing or Nikki didn't go to her original destination.
Well, she sent that text, right?
But still, they would have to vouch and say, hey, that she did get off of the plane because when that jet goes back over to Newman, I mean, how could Clara get the pilot and everybody to lie and say, like, hey, Nikki got off the plane and she's over with her sister Casey, or that the flight landed where she needed to be at?
Well, I think that the plane was landing in one place and they were going to take one car. And see, that's why I don't understand too. The car didn't stay. None of this is adding up.
Right.
This whole storyline was poorly conceived, poorly written, and is really just annoying me in this moment. Can you tell?
Oh.
Yeah, girl, you are
I
mad.
mean, they need to listen to us.
I
Mm-hmm.
think that they do listen to us, especially B&B.
Ah. Oh, we gonna cut that one up real good. Okay, so I know one of you all touched on the knocking her off sobriety. Putting alcohol in an IV, that was
Horrified.
crazy.
And I don't know what type of enemies Nikki created, but that's very diabolical because she could easily be
That
unalive from alcohol poisoning.
correct. Correct. And you really wanted to put that in her bloodstream to get her hooked quicker on the alcohol so she could, that thirst to come right back.
That's vicious. So what enemy did she have? This is like a Victor type of enemy.
Bad.
Yeah, I'm curious to find out what this Jordan person is. I mean, there's a lot of rumors going on, in regards to what this could be about. And they're hiding a lot of the spoilers. So we've been scrambling over the past week. So
Yeah.
obviously, yeah, they're hiding a lot of we've been have to do some extra digging to try to get spoilers like before. I think the 13th was the cutoff. So I don't know if they're just trying to hide them from us. Um,
You know,
Go ahead.
you know what I think? Since the writer's strike has stopped,
Mhm.
I think maybe they're leaving so many holes in the story, so the original writers, can come back and kind of tighten up the storyline, maybe.
Mhm.
Because isn't this like the tail end of like the backup writers?
Yeah.
So then that makes a little bit of sense. So they leave a few holes in the story, so the original writers can kind of see what's missing or what needs to be added, and maybe we might get more detail as the story goes on. It's a very unique twist to bring the whole alcoholism portion of this for Nikki. So that makes me think that this is a personal matter. Well, it's definitely personal, but whoever it is, that's Nikki created a whole enemy to the point where they're putting alcohol in this girl's bloodstream. It's like, what did you do? Did you take somebody's man?
Well,
Or
I
did
mean,
you
the way that
take somebody's money?
the way that Claire and this Jordan woman is that they hate the Newmans, that they treat people badly. Remember all the stuff Claire was saying or thinking or whatever it
Yeah.
was. They don't like the Newman family. Now, of course, Nikki is the first target, but she's going back to Genoa City to wreak havoc on the rest of them. So, and figure out some kind of way. I mean, I don't understand if anybody. Victor is older, okay, but how do you think what you gonna bop Nick upside the head or something? Because that's a big dude. I mean, I can't see Claire and Jordan trying to say, "Hey, you're coming with me." It's like that's not gonna happen.
Yeah. Definitely not going to happen.
How are you gonna get Nicholas and Victoria to where you going to kidnap them too, and then Victor? I mean, unless she uses Nikki phone to say, "Hey, I need you to come out here," blah blah blah, yada. I don't know, and then lock them in the house. Go ahead, Bree.
And guess who's going to save the day? Guess who's going to save the day? And I cannot wait for that day. Adam's going to save this entire situation before Victor, before Victoria, before Nick. He's going to save they mama. That's exactly how I think this is going to. If this is like this, I'm hoping maybe it's like a redemption for Adam, redemption for the Newman family to see that he does care about them. Maybe this is the long game for Adam. I'm just throwing stuff out there, but I'm hoping that at the end of this, Adam saves the day.
Yeah.
So they can't say nothing.
Well,
nothing
that's the problem.
Further.
That's the problem, Bree. If it's going to be a repeat of what we seen with Nicholas, he almost lost his life 2 years ago. And your daughter's life, and then you still come back talking crazy. So if they're going to redeem him in the eyes of the Newman, we need to have that going for a while. Not saying, "Oh, thank you," but you know what? We don't care.
I agree.
Yep.
But if you save the matriarch, I think you're more in their good graces at that point.
One would think.
One would think. They might treat him like they treated Sheila, even though she saved Kelly. They'd be like, "So what? You're still a monster."
And that, yeah, I was about to say, Adam is one thing. Sheila is a whole horror movie character.
Yeah, to us, but to the Newman family, they see Adam like Sheila. They can't stand that man. Except Victor. And Nick, he goes in and out. He's a waffle boy himself in his own way when it comes to Adam. But when it comes to Nikki and Victoria, they can't stand Adam.
They're pretty cruel.
I mean,
even trying to have a civil conversation, they just can't just be happy. It's just a scowl.
I mean, somebody catch the flu. It's Adam's fault. It's like, what? Well, you breathed on me too hard, so I caught the flu, and it's your fault, and we're mad. I mean, they blame. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, you might as well add Chloe in the mix too, because she hates Adam just as much as they do. It's like she's an extra sibling, as much as she talks down about Adam.
You said she.
Okay, I'll say yes.
Yeah, but she turned around after that and shot him, blew him up, and shot him twice. I mean, at some points, you got to let it go. Come on now.
There's no lie there.
I
She did that.
mean, yeah, the whole thing with Delia, okay, fine, but you didn't blow him up in the cabin and you turn around and put a bullet in his belly. Okay. Did you get it yet? Did you get what you need out of that? And
Never will.
then you talking to Sally like a child. Oh, Adam is the bad man. You don't want him. He's bad. I mean, she's sitting up there talking. I'm like, girl, where Kevin? Go talk. Go
Uh,
find. Go find Kevin.
the chipmunk.
Girl, go find your own family. Leave Sally alone. And unbeknownst to Chloe, Sally just slept with Adam already in the past 2 weeks. So now what?
Yeah, and she doesn't have any regrets about it either.
No. Mm-mm. Nope.
I was actually proud of Sally for keeping that piece to herself. I'm glad because don't ruin it. Chloe's going to ruin it for you.
Yep.
Girl. So, Chloe gets on my nerves. I mean, Chloe, Nicholas, Victoria, all three of them can start a I Hate Adam fan club. Because that's all they do. They blame everything on him. Dad did all of this because of Adam. Even Nate sitting
Like
up there
Victor
talking about, Nate is sitting up in there telling his family, telling Victoria, yeah, see, Adam was the one that was actually the perpetrator. Well, not according to Victor. You were the one about to send him off to the loony bin according to Victor. That's what he called it. Not me, him.
So today they said Devon said, so you literally had the papers drawn up to have Victor committed. I didn't realize that is how far he took it, because the last time he talked before the blow up was that he had talked to doctors and it was available. I guess it didn't register with me that he literally had all the paperwork done.
Yeah, he was
Devon
ready.
said you were going to have him committed, and I was like, "Oh my gosh!"
Yeah,
he
he
went
had.
that far.
See, and you're right, because when Victor was setting him up, and Victor had the conversation with Nate, Nate said, "I will talk to some doctors and see what we can do." And then now Nate's saying he actually signed him up. So I think that's the piece that is crucial, because he was only supposed to talk to somebody and not actually have a bed ready for him.
I think he already kind of touched on that when they were all in that office. I think he said that, hey, he already had everything set up. He already had the paperwork together. I think they had talked, I think he had mentioned something about an NDA, that they can have the NDA piece together however they want and send it to the facility. So I think he spelled it out to some extent, but I think that the biggest part was that he took action versus consulting with Victor to see if this is something that he would be okay with or want. It's one thing to present an idea. Everyone has an idea, but Nate took action. Right. He took action, and he assumed that this is what Victor and the family would want, and he's not a part of that family, and he found that out last week.
Well, I mean, that's exactly what Mamie told him. You ain't gonna never fit in over there. I mean, Victor told him that a month or two ago, saying that you ain't gonna never get up in this seat. This always belonged to a Newman. So, I mean, that should tell him something. Sorry about that noise, guys. That should tell him something. I mean, and then to send Kyle packing saying you don't belong here, go back to your family. Please, them Newmans gonna always stick up for themselves.
And I think Kyle was able to kind of take the hint, but Kyle always knows he can always go back to Jabot. He's just greedy and wants a power play position. But with Nate, I don't know if he was just trying to fill a void since he couldn't be a doctor. That's why I'm hoping they fix his hand and he can magically go back to that hospital. Please. Mm-hmm. Please and thank you.
We said please and thank you. Yeah.
Yes, I missed the sexy Dr. Nate.
I feel you. I'm right there with you, because now I look at him and I'm just annoyed.
She said, I'm
I mean,
annoyed.
just annoyed.
And it took forever for them to fill in that side part, but like that's how long he's been out the hospital. For as long as we seen that side part, the long he's been out that hospital. So please bring him back to the hospital, please. Bring that Nate back.
Yep, bring that Nate back, so. But you know what? I forgot about that other part we was just talking about. Oh my God, it slipped my mind just that quick. What was it?
With Kyle and Audra.
Yeah, the whole thing with Kyle, Tucker, Jack, and Diane this week.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
This was sad tears of a clown. I do not feel bad for Kyle at all. I was laughing the entire time. Yes, she played you. Yes, she played you for a second time. She kicked you out of her room. And she kicked you out again. And then you had to go take a drink in front of your mom. I don't feel bad for Kyle at all.
Nope, but I'm just glad he decided not to betray his family. I'm happy about that. What? What you finna say, Bree?
I think that he still could. I mean, this is why I was glad to hear like Tucker's commentary about like Kyle's actions and his intentions when they worked out a whole deal together. He told Audra like, hey, like this is exactly what he's going to do. He's going to go to his parents. He's going to grovel. So there still might be room for this guy to come around to their side. So I feel like he still could turn his back on his family in some way, some foul.
Well, I think when they were when Tucker was telling Audra what his prediction was also that they would tell Kyle to go back and pretend to go along with it, and that is exactly what Diane told him to do.
Mm-hmm.
I was just laughing. I'm like, you guys are playing checkers, and no, Tucker's over there playing 3D chess.
Yeah, the two puppet masters, Tucker and Diane. I don't know. It's very convenient that she would tell him to go back over there.
I still think Diane's rotten to the core, but that's just me.
I agree. I feel your sentiments. I was told that I was overly thinking when it came to Diane. Like, Diane is good. We don't have to worry about her causing any trouble anymore.
Long game.
Exactly. And I keep pointing out episodes, but people don't want to believe me. Diane and Tucker, they're working together. The long game.
Well, I know one spoiler that I am aware about is that Kyle is going back to Jabot. And Jack is excited about it. I guess he's going to take the COO position like he was originally offered. Now, I don't know if that means that, okay, I'm sorry. I don't know if that means that he's going to change his mind later down the road, but I guess this is something that they're trying to fix and clean up before the family Thanksgiving holiday or something. But, I wasn't too cool about that, and I'm wondering if that was also part of the fill-in writers or whatever during that time period, and they was like, no, we're not doing that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because I see a lot of stories shifting. Don't you guys?
It's a lot of loose ends.
A ton.
Mm-hmm.
And so many things where you're just left scratching your head, like, why did they even do this in the first place? But again, they were doing the best they could. So I guess there's got to be that little bit of forgiveness there.
Yeah.
Because the Kyle Tucker Audra story is actually not a bad storyline. I actually wouldn't mind Kyle, going against his family. I think it's different. It's fresh. It's a different type of storyline for Kyle. Maybe the writers are going to just kind of regroup and kind of come to the drawing board because there's so much they could do with this storyline.
Mm-hmm.
And if you guys find it really interesting, this newly married woman is encouraging her own son to lie to his dad.
Yeah, I didn't
That's
like
why
that at all.
Landon. Mm-mm.
Nope, I didn't
I
like
mean,
that
it's
at
her
all.
husband. We're all a family. It should be honesty throughout the family. We're Abbots. But lie to your daddy. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, keep that secret from him. Don't tell him. You'll look like the hero in the end because you went through all of this to, expose Tucker. And I'm like, nah, Diane, that's not a good move. Why would you tell this boy to lie to his daddy? Come
And
on
she
now.
tried to butter it up too, like your dad is gonna be okay with your dad will actually kick Billy out and think that you're the hero of the day. Come on now.
Exactly. You said it exactly right. Come on now.
Make it
Oh,
make sense.
yeah, it doesn't, girl. It's a hot
Does
mess.
not.
A hot mess. Um, okay, so I guess we covered everything, right?
I think so for the most part. There's nothing else I can really think of.
Mm-mm.
Me either. I can't think of anything else. Okay, cool. All right, I know y'all ready for bold, bold, bold. But I had to sing the way in on that one, right?
That was cute.
Bold, bold, bold.
There's
Um,
a lot of people in chat. Did you see the number?
Let me see what it look like now, cause I was moving from screen to screen. Hold on. Oh my goodness. Oh, okay. Oh yeah. Okay, cool. Cool beans. All right. It is 138 of you guys in here. I think I seen it top out at like 141 at some point.
Oh my gosh.
So I know everybody is loving it. This is what we do over here on Friday nights. We talk soaps for the previous week, and we do spoilers on this channel. There are recaps daily on this channel and other little fun stuff on other platforms: Instagram, TikTok, X, which is formerly Twitter, and Threads. You can find other fun stuff over there as well. So, yes, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit that like button. And, make sure you drop comments and stuff down on the videos and stuff. Let the algorithm know that you guys are enjoying it over here. And, yeah, we got to jump into bold. All right, so let me do the summary for this past week. And then we'll break it all down. Ooh, that is interesting. Oh, a spoiler for next week just popped up for bold. No, Zende. Zende jumping Ridge's face next week. Ooh.
Oh. Man.
Yeah, exactly.
I think we're all.
Go ahead.
I think we're all just shocked to hear Zende.
I know.
Yeah,
that young man's airtime.
Like, I haven't heard that name in a while. It's like Zende.
Zende confronts Ridge for nepotism.
Oh.
Yeah, I guess he mad. He pissed off at RJ. How RJ slide in? Obviously, nobody gave Zende the memo about Eric. I don't think.
Oh.
That's bad. How he get to be the last one to know? Come on, y'all gotta tell RJ.
You know, there's always one. Somebody's got to be the last one. I mean, I know this because I'm the youngest of 10, and oftentimes it was me. So there's always a last one.
Girl, you.
I mean, you make the calls in the order, right? It's like it's just the way it goes.
10 children.
Oh yeah, that's why I don't have any.
Oh goodness!
Ooh.
I saw that does to people. It is stressful, and God bless everybody who does it. I don't know how you do it.
Oh my goodness, neither.
Y'all so funny. All right, y'all ready? Okay, so
yes.
So for bold, for the week of November 13th through the 17th, Lee confesses the real reason for resenting Poppy. Finn confronts Deacon, and Liam reminds Steffy of their connection. Steffi and Thomas are sad hearing Eric is dying. Eric deteriorates but refuses to seek Dr. Colby, citing that he needs an encore to his grand finale. Hope is in shock to learn that Eric is dying, and Carter is suspicious about why Ridge is lying about the challenge. Liam, stunned, catching Hope in lingerie meant for Thomas, and professes his love for her while Brooke lectures Thomas. And last but not least, Liam loses it when Hope admits that she loves Thomas and then tells him so. Alright, Shell. Let's get this whole Lee and Poppy thing. I am so disappointed in this storyline because what it comes down to is sibling jealousy.
Yeah. I was so done after that. I was really hoping she would say like, "You slept with my husband" or something. Now, I'm gonna say this, and I apologize. Like, I do not want to disrespect anyone. I know there's some women who aren't able to have children, and yes, I can see the jealousy, and you wanted to have a child of your own, but Lee already has a child. She has Finn. As much as she said that's her son, She's raised him for birth. Yep. And Luna, she was not a part of that conception, so she can't be mad at her sister for having kids. She's her own adult. She's her own person. So what the hell is Lee mad at? These kids are grown. She's past childbearing years for her to be mad. Like, and she doesn't even work at that old hospital job no more. So it's like, what are you mad at?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
I mean, the crazy thing is, she said you had all of the friends and you look like you were happy. Why are you so happy? Oh my, I don't like when people say that. It's like, are you serious? You mad because somebody is happy.
Yep, it's really disgusting. It's almost like if I'm going to live in my miserable life, then I want you to be miserable too. And it's just, to me, I do not understand that mindset in reality or on shows, because, I mean, if I'm having a bad day, I hope everybody else isn't having a bad day too. I just don't understand the jealousy. To me, makes no sense, because you can't live your life comparing yourself to other people and their lives. It's just it's the biggest waste of time. I don't get it.
Yeah.
Do you think that this is kind of shedding light on certain people where they're considered like this type A person? They're always focused on work and always focused on order, and then they have that sibling or that person around them who's always fun and bubbly and airy and everything. Maybe that's the irritating part, and maybe she's always just been told to kind of loosen up. I can see that irritating Lee as well. But yeah, I'm over the storyline. I was really disappointed. As beautiful as these ladies are, they bring in the fashions, and they seem interesting characters. It's just, this is like a roadblock. This is a dead end. Unless Poppy slept with Lee's husband, I don't care for it.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, there's been a lot of speculation that maybe, Luna was somebody the Forrester's daughter or related somehow. That went out the window. Then it was like, maybe Finn and Luna are siblings because Jack slept with Poppy. It's not even that. It's the fact that, and like Bree says, no, we want to be sensitive to, situations where a woman can't have children. But Lee is pissed off that her sister can have a womb that gives birth and not hers. And then the other thing is this fact that her life seemed more happy, carefree, and fulfilling, opposite of what Lee had to go through, or what she chose. Lee chose to go down the pathway of being in school, being a doctor, doing all of this. And Poppy said, hey, I just want to live a carefree life. I'll take a job in the gift shop. I'm cool with that.
Right.
I got friends. I'm happy. And Lee is
And
like, that don't compute for me. How is it that you can be that way and not be a responsible person? It's like, girl, please. If she ain't robbing
well, and
banks, go ahead.
she's not. You're exactly right. She's not Robin Banks. And what killed me too is Lee literally blamed Poppy for falling for someone she didn't know was married. So this guy obviously was the cheater. If you don't know, and then you find out and there's horrible things that happen, you would think that your family would say, oh my gosh, you didn't know he was in this, marriage, and help with the baby, help with all of it. That's so there was literally no care for Poppy evidently at all,
Mm-mm.
and she was evidently used and abandoned.
Yeah, but look like she's
Uh,
doing okay. She don't seem so traumatic about it. She's like, okay, it happened. It happened a
no,
long time ago. I
Because
done
she
moved
wasn't.
on.
But Poppy wasn't traumatic about it. She was a 304. She knew exactly what she was doing. She was about fun. She was perfectly fine with that gift shop job, and she was perfectly trying to find a rich doctor husband. She found a doctor who wanted to, they had a whole transaction relationship. She knew that man. She knew that man was married. She knew.
she said
And
she didn't in that scene.
okay.
Crud.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't believe that woman knew that man was married. I think that's why there's so much guilt when it comes to Lee, because if you didn't know, then you have it should be no issue for you to stand up to your sister. If you didn't know that this could be detrimental to her job, even though it was like 20 something years ago, you shouldn't feel guilty about standing up to your sister or trying to stand up for you and your daughter's,
Right.
freedom in your guys' life, unless you knew you did something. That's where I have an issue. She knew she was a 304 sleeping with a married man, and it cost her sister's job. I get that would irritate me. That would make me, feel a little bit spiteful to my sister, but not for no 20 something years. The kids are grown. She got grandchildren now. What are you mad at?
Mm-hmm.
That she couldn't have her own.
She passed the childbearing, like that's my only angst with that. Once again, I want to be sensitive to everyone, but you're a grandmother now, Lee.
Yeah, but
Enough time has had.
she also said, Bree, that when cuz Poppy said the same thing like you said, well, you have Fan. And she was like, yeah, but I had to get her. I got Fan because of a cheating situation with Psycho Sheila. And then
Very true.
Poppy was like, yeah, but if it wasn't for Sheila, you wouldn't have that boy.
Now she shouldn't have said that. That right there.
I was like,
Keep in mind, your sister. I'm like, your sister's a doctor. She can doctor you up. She can play whole operations with your life. She's trying to surgically remove your daughter from Forrester right now. But I thought that was uncalled for. But the way that Lee's been handling herself has been uncalled for. So
mm-hmm.
I'm kind of just bored with
Yeah, I'm over
speaking
it.
of them. Unless she slept with Jack, I don't care to hear about it at all.
Yeah, at this point, it's like, that's it. That's what y'all using. That's why they've been fighting each other. Oh, okay. Yep.
I
I
mean,
mean, I have 3 sisters, and that's a long time to fight.
Girl.
yeah, and for no reason. Regardless of what Poppy did, yes, it got her sister fired, but other than that, you could have got over that in a couple of months.
I
You're a whole
know, right?
doctor. You clearly got the job.
Exactly. Girl. Yeah, I mean, you might want to go have a conversation with somebody about that, Lee. I mean, if you're
Mm-hmm.
carrying that long, you need to talk to somebody. Seriously. You can't sit up here
And
and
Lee learned.
and what does that have to do with Luna. What does all of that have to do with Luna? The fact that you're not happy with your sister's choices at the hospital, and the fact of, not being able to biologically produce a child. What does that have to do with Luna? Nothing.
Yeah, she's being really juvenile about it, and I don't. To me, if I had a kid and I was in that situation and you tried to treat my kid poorly, you'd have a real problem on your hands.
Oh, absolutely. That's what I'm saying. You trying to take that out on other people. It's time for you to talk to somebody. And I think one of y'all said Taylor.
Yep.
I think we both did it at the same time. That's why
We
did so hard.
This would have been perfect for Taylor. Taylor could have walked in a whole conversation with Poppy and Lee and be like, "Hey, let me pull Lee to the side. Let me help. Let's deep dive into like why Lee is so wound up like this." It could have been a great way to use Taylor, writers.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay. Let us move on to another part of the storyline, which is this whole thing with Luna being afraid to talk to Steffi. They made a big deal out of that in the spoiler, saying that, Steffi was going to grill her, and, she's going to be super nervous and dealing with it. It was just a conversation.
She's trying to secure her job. That's all that is. That's really what it boiled down to, because they were slowly trying to bring up Lee throughout that whole episode.
Mm-hmm.
Towards the end, it's like they were trying to butter Steffi up. Luna's great. She's so sweet. She found Eric's stapler, even though Ridge knew exactly where the hell that damn stapler was at. And so they were trying to butter Steffi up. And then they brought the whole Lee thing. So, nervous, I wouldn't say that. I felt like that was misleading on the whoever puts the spoilers out. I felt that was kind of misleading.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was just simple conversation. But she was just trying to secure her job. She was doing any and every way to try to secure that job.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Steffi, it was like a girlfriend conversation, like two ladies just having a conversation, and the guys came back in. What are y'all talking about? Oh, wouldn't you like to know? Okay, cool, whatever.
Now, let's just talk about the guys coming back in. I mean, there's a 6-pack and an 8-pack, and then there's a 12-pack.
Mm-hmm.
I was not expecting. That came out of nowhere. They went to go swim with the sharks or something, I guess. But I mean, before they left.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, the guy, I forgot his name, Joshua, the one that play RJ. There's a lot of behind the scene photos that they've been doing since he's been on set, where he's always showing abs.
So, I mean, top physical condition.
Mm-hmm.
It's really, it's beautiful. They're beautiful young men. I'm not thinking it. I'm just saying they're just beautiful young men.
J Money, I agree with you 100%. That's exactly what Lee needs. That's exactly what she needs.
J Money.
She's unwound, and we don't know how long it's been. I think that's what could cure.
Girl, listen, Lee needs somebody to come and knock the cobwebs out.
Well, I mean, unmarked brown paper packages are delivered around the world on a regular basis.
Girl, you're so silly. All I'm saying. You silly. I know. I think she wants some vitamin D, girl. She needs some vitamin D in her life, and I don't mean sunshine either. She need an awakening like Hope had.
Oh, man. So the other thing about Steffi is,
what was Steffi?
We all heard Liam.
Whoa.
I'm sorry. What?
We're gonna save all that for last. Because we still got to get through the Eric and, the stuff
Oh
where
my gosh.
we got to get through.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Hope finding out about Eric, and Eric is like, I want to
Oh,
keep working. And then Ridge dropped the news to Steffi and Thomas. So we
so
can
when
get
he
through that
told
right
Steffy,
quick.
I started crying. I started crying. Didn't expect myself to, but I did.
Mm-hmm.
I teared up for like a second. I think when Thomas was telling that story, um, I'm just annoyed the fact that majority of the characters know Eric's diagnosis by now.
Yep.
I'm annoyed the fact that they haven't told Carter yet, and that was a missing piece that I was wondering, because I'm like, Carter was the one who told Ridge about the fashion show. Like what happens if he accidentally tells Eric that he didn't win? But so the fact that he knows Ridge told Eric that he won.
Mm-hmm.
So why are you keeping your best friend out of the loop? And same with Katie. I'm surprised Katie didn't tell Carter. It's like, why does majority of the cast know, but it's still a secret? I don't get that.
Girl, and the interesting thing is the guy. What is his real name that plays Carter? What is his
Lawrence St. Victor.
Yeah, Lawrence St. Victor. He had he posted a picture on Instagram with his names in the credits showing him writing that episode. So he wrote himself not knowing. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so as much as that didn't make sense, girl, and I agree with you, he was excited about the fact that he was the one that wrote the episodes this week, so. Man, you quiet. I know that's your boy. Where Bree go?
Okay, well, he wrote the episodes for this week.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if he wrote Friday's episode, I'm gonna give it to him. Then yes, I'm gonna give him his flowers. I'll give him champagne, all of that. Except for this one scene that he was in, I can't give him that.
So, if you were writing for yourself, would you write something really great for yourself, or would you humble yourself with your other actors and write something like that?
Or he could have wrote where Katie was breaking down, and Katie decides to tell Carter about what happened with it. Like, I just don't like the fact that majority of the people know. Even Finn knows. Even damn it, I can't even think of their name. Majority of people know. Luna knew. Everyone knows.
Except, listen, girl, except Carter and Zende.
Paris doesn't know.
Oh yeah, Paris don't know either.
Charlie. Charlie's gonna send out a memo when he finds out.
Girl, he probably in Genoa City with Esther.
Oh.
I was wondering about that. I was wondering if they were going to bring her back for like the holiday episodes, because.
What do you think he's doing to Pammy?
Oh no.
Not much.
Not much. Not much. Mm-mm. Okay. So, what about I know we can probably I know y'all shared tears. I didn't watch it. I got through my recaps, but I couldn't watch it. So, too emotional.
I don't want him to go.
It was kind of more the same. I feel for Donna. I will say that this week, because she's probably had the most on her shoulders, because she's trying to respect her man, and she understands he has a family who goes really hard for Eric, and she had to deal with all of that by herself. Yeah. For a long while, and then there's this whole ripple effect of people knowing, and then she still has to keep that bottled up. So I do feel for Donna, I will say that. I was a little bit surprised they made a whole big deal about Hope knowing. Can someone explain to me what relationship she really had with Eric that was impactful. I remember her and Stephanie having like a little bit of relationship, and when she passed, like I understood Hope crying when Stephanie passed, but what relationship did she have with Eric to where this was a big deal to let Hope know?
Yeah,
I mean, I think because he's Bridget's dad, he's been a granddad to her too, a granddad figure to her. But they've never really had a lot of close scenes.
no, I can't remember. It was when the last time we actually seen Hope and Eric in a scene.
Thanksgivings, right? Don't they?
That's about it. That was a year ago.
Actually, we'll go before that. I remember this is when, before they brought Thomas back to save the line, this is when she had the conversation with Eric and Zende about the line not performing well.
Oh, in the office. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's
she's the one who bruised his ego and brought all this on.
No, it was the reviews that she was reading. She didn't personally do it, but that's the last thing I remember about Hope and Eric. So that's when I saw the scene with Hope crying. I get it, she was sad, but it's I can see Thomas and Steffi crying. You know, like that's they had a relationship. I'd never seen Hope and Steffi have Hope and Eric have a relationship.
So I remember somebody early this week on that particular episode when all the Logans was together. They call it the Coven.
The Coven.
I was like, boy, I tell you, you guys in the chat and in my comment section, I read all of the comments and I either heart or respond to them. And it's just so funny. Some of the stuff that you be saying. I got to say, Jenna, you write a whole dissertation, an essay report in my chats. And that's cool. It gives a lot of reading. I'm not mad at you.
It's good though.
Yeah. She wants to get it out. Everything that she has to say, every word. She said that is what it is.
Let it go.
Yep.
Let it go.
Okay. Y'all done with that part of it?
Yeah.
Okay. We also have another little snippet where we had the conversation between Deacon and Finn. What y'all think about that? You don't remember it, huh?
I think I remember it. It was just, it made no point. Deacon, of all people, knows the circumstances with Finn. He knows that Finn can't let Sheila in. Otherwise, he's going to lose his wife. That's just the bottom line. I don't think Finn cannot make himself more clear to people. And that's another thing that was a little bit annoying. It's like, how many times does this man have to put his foot down?
Exactly.
He's the only man on the show who's actually comfortable putting his foot down and meaning it and saying, hey, she's not in my life. I am Steffi's husband. I am not trying to lose my wife. That is the bottom line. And Deacon just needs to kind of just accept that. If anything, he could take Sheila out of the state or out of the city and start a fresh new life. I just don't see why he's trying to still lure Finn in, knowing the circumstances.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, he know that that girl that came over to your house, punched her in the face, and then you want to be like, oh, well, let's just try to reconcile this thing. Steffi ain't having it. She already told you. Let it go. Let it go. And of course, Finn is like, I'm not doing that. I'm going to lose my wife. Especially with little puke sniffing around. No.
He is a sniffer. Oh my gosh, y'all.
Okay, so I guess we might as well move to that storyline, because that's the first part of it. That starts the beginning of the week, Trish, where he's over at Steffi's.
I mean, okay, so you open your door, and there he is, looking out from under his eyelashes like he does, doing his princess, I call it his Princess Diana look. and looking out from under his eyelashes. Hey, hi. Did you miss me? I mean, that's basically what was going on, right? You had to miss me. I'm Liam. You know you love me. I'm Liam. Look at my puppy dog eyes. Let me come in and try to ruin your marriage and take you away from your husband. Like, you're going to go in her house that she shares with Finn and the kids, and you're going to tell her the things that you told her and think it's going to just wind up, you're going to land in a field of daisies or something. I mean, I wish she would have been so much more stern with him,
She said,
but I'm
"Field
glad
of
she
daisies."
handled it. But y'all, seriously.
And you know what was funny? This man said that he can provide a whole life and a whole home and everything, provider protection. I'm like, you live on your daddy's couch.
Right.
Still, months later at that, and you feel that you can offer Steffi more than what she already got right now.
Right.
And you know he would expect for Finn to leave and to move back into to that house.
And the thing is, Liam thinks that he's still that guy from 10 years ago, where these girls were all over him. These girls would gladly leave the man that they're with for Liam. That was Steffi's MO for years. And now them walls are closing up. Them doors are closing on poor Liam. Oh,
So fun to watch. Now, T, you know, I said like about maybe even a year and a half ago, I wanted him to be alone in a heap on the floor, sobbing.
Oh, he will next week.
Well, listen. So what happened earlier this week is him saying that it's still not over for us. You know, I love you. I can treat you like Bree said. I can treat you better than your husband can. I can protect you. Blah 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 blah. And she gave him a soft no because Hope gave him a hard no. But she gave him a soft no, like, oh yeah, we're always, And she got this big old smile, smiled him right out the door. He goes back to the office and he's talking to her photograph. They are officially trying to make this man into his dark side.
Yep.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
He needed a character change badly.
Yep, they taking him to the dark side.
I'm looking forward to that one.
And they hit him where it hurts too. They took his women away. You already know he's gonna go crazy on the show.
Yep, because Ivy's not anywhere to be found. And Sally moved.
It's not even that. It's neither of these women want him.
Nope.
He used to be Mr. Steal Your Girl. Now they were like, look, if he's on the side, he on the side. Best of luck to you in your life, Liam. And they moved on. This is going to turn this man crazy. He ain't got his women anymore. Who's going to put his cape on for?
Right.
Maybe he can listen. Maybe he can put it on for Brooke. There you go. I mean, since she is such a Team Liam fan, girl, who knows? Anything is possible.
And I'm gonna stand 10 toes down, and I feel that Brooke wanted Liam more than Hope wanted Liam, and I'm gonna stay on it.
Well, she could be Grandma Stepma Brooke.
What?
Yeah,
Grandma Stepma Brooke.
Girl, I heard what you said, girl. You come up with some stuff.
I mean, she's not saying anything wrong. I mean, Brooke is no stranger to her daughter's husband.
Not at all. A couple of daughter's husbands. Well, a daughter's husband and a daughter's boyfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he has nobody to turn to. I mean, there's Paris, but I don't even think Paris won't deal with Liam.
Paris would laugh at him.
I mean,
and plus Paris like the streets too much.
Girl, you so crazy.
Let her play in traffic in peace.
Oh my God. Oh my goodness. What you trying to say? She belonged to the streets?
You said it. I didn't say
I'm asking a question. That was not a statement. That was a question.
Yes, I feel that the way they wrote that girl, where she was going, the way that she treated Zende. This is probably the most we'll talk about Zende. The way she treated Zende, going back and forth with Carter and then Tom. It was some 304 street activity, some streetwalker activity. I can't even
Oh my God.
knock that. It was. It was. But, let that girl play in the street, in the traffic in peace. And hopefully, we'll see some more scenes with her.
Oh, J Money said Paris would do it. Paris likes status. She would want the Spencer name and the power.
She was living with the whole Forrester. She don't like power. She didn't turn down 2 Forresters. Zindi was ready to put a ring on that girl finger. She could have been ready for the holidays as a newly married Forrester woman. She don't like power at all.
No. Yeah, that's a good point.
No, she liked playing in the streets. She likes the way Carter was giving it to her. She was perfectly fine with marrying that man, but other than that,
girl, you silly.
She was quick to ready. She went from I want to be carefree, I don't want to be tied down, to whatever Carter was doing. She was picking out the China patterns and picking out her wedding dress. Something about what Carter was doing.
Girl, you so funny. Okay, back to lame-o waffle boy, little puke, little tink tink Liam.
Well, we have all these nicknames.
Well, he's always been, as Bree would call it, Butters. He was always waffling, yes. So we would call him a waffler. Lame-o came up in the conversation the past several years, and then Finn gave us the gift of little puke. And then I added, and then I added on in the last several weeks calling him poor little tink tink. So
Tink tink?
Yeah, poor little tink tink.
That's hysterical. Oh man.
Yeah. Because I mean, he looked real sad today. I'm telling you, this fool had the nerve. And I gotta give, hey, you must really, when a girl invites you over to her house, because they've been in the office or at his house, she finally decided to let Thomas come to her place on Brooke's property.
Exactly, on Brooke's property. Nonetheless, the girl had lingerie. She had candles.
She was ready.
She was ready. The kids were gone. Everything. She did not care.
She did not, and she does not have a new sofa, and she does not have a new bed. So there's that. So Liam gets to go home knowing full well that Thomas is going to be all over that cabin. And the next time Liam goes there, the image is in his mind, and he still doesn't know that the last few times that they were together, she was envisioning Thomas.
Ooh, yes, girl. Yes, girl. Yes, she was. When she got, hey, listen, when she got to the big O, she probably had to catch herself and say Liam instead of Thomas. So I'm just gonna throw that out.
And maybe but maybe there wasn't one.
Oh,
because she told Thomas.
Wait, Trish, there could have been one. If she dreaming about her dream man that she been fantasizing about, believe me, she had one.
No, that's true. You're right. You could have. But if there wasn't one with Liam, because remember she told Thomas he awakened her. That's something else.
Girl, please. That girl, after sleeping with Thomas, she cut her hair off, changed her outfit, and everything. Yep.
She's electric now.
Even Steffi. Even Steffi was looking at her like, dang, you changed.
Yep.
Go ahead, Bree.
She's like, I'm not that girl. She's like, I'm not that girl you left in the gondola, Steffi. I'm a big girl now. I wear lingerie.
Girl, wait a minute.
The next hope for the future is going to be hoe to the future.
Oh. Okay, yep. Trish is officially back, you guys. She's officially back. This is what we have to deal with every week. And if you enjoy it, make sure you subscribe to hear Trish in her antics. Because this is what she does. She's been doing this for the last year and a half, almost 2 years now.
Oh man. I still, every time you invite me back, I'm like, oh, thank you, I love you. I'm so grateful I haven't alienated myself from everybody who loves the same things that I do.
Now, I gotta say, if you probably noticed, we get kind of risque. It's Friday night, it's after hours, so, we get a little unfiltered, but we don't go off the rail. So, if you have sensitive ears, I'm just warning you, because I know I kind of dropped the O-bomb a little bit, I didn't say the full word, because YouTube would get me. But, yeah, this is how we kind of talk over here on a Friday night. So, I'm just putting it out there.
Just a little adult innuendos.
Not
everybody's...
We're just expressive.
Very much so.
Yeah.
Adult conversation over here.
Yeah. Well, some of those scenes in the show, if you're offended by what we're saying, then you must really be offended by what the scenes in the show are showing us, because it was some hot stuff.
Well, I know. I mean,
and cheeks. They're showing cheeks on B&B.
Well, listen, what was so funny before Liam even got there was Brooke talking about, wow, what do you got playing? You need lingerie too? And I'm like, did she just say that?
She just said that. And we all know Brooke's history, so it's always funny to me when she speaks up to anyone about what they're doing behind closed doors as a consenting adult.
Listen, girl, first of all, she know that the girl ain't with Liam. She knew that this was for Thomas, and then you gonna throw in a joke about lingerie, and her mom, Hope was like, really, Mom? Yeah, I would have said the same thing. Get up out of here. I got company coming over. So, wait a minute. She goes over to Forrester and try to stop Thomas. So, let's talk about that conversation, too. Girl.
Yeah, that's a hum block.
Yeah, that's a cock block.
And I feel Thomas, he handled himself very well. Because I got really worried after this. You gave the spoilers from last week. That he was going to be angry and get in her face, and I'm like, oh, don't deal with Thomas. But he handled himself very well this week, and she was really trying to poke the bear to see if that might, change his emotion or try to switch his thoughts. He was even-tempered, relaxed, cool, calm, collected. He's like, look, I got plans. Like, if your daughter doesn't want to see me, she'll let me know.
Right.
Next.
Right. And then she kept saying, but she really don't love you. I mean, you're going to get your heart broken. She don't, and pretty much trying to say she don't want you like that. She just using you. And he was like, okay.
He knows. He knows he's being used.
Right, but he did.
She can use him for as long as she wants.
But he did say that I think that's going to change. I got hope that she's going to change her mind. And then Brooke says, unless there's something that I haven't seen. I'm like, oh, no, you haven't seen it.
She's seen more than a lot of people, a lot of parents really should. I mean, she's like, it's like she's a magnet to people just getting it in. I'm like, girl, like, this is your daughter. Like, how many, like, you would think, like, if you crack the door open, you see a little something, you mind your business. You open up the door and like, oh my God, it's Thomas and Hope, and oh my God.
And you stay in the room. You stay in the room.
Right.
With the smell in the air, and you still questioning this girl.
But what I was referring to is when Brooke said, I don't know what she sees in you. And I'm thinking like, I don't think you want to know what she sees.
No, she
Mm-mm.
knows. That's why she's mad. That's why
Yeah.
Oh,
she
she want a piece of
cannot
it.
be
Wait a minute,
drunk
Bree.
again.
Bree, she want a piece of the rock. Is that what you saying?
She tried before.
Oh, yes, she did.
She tried before. She wanted a piece of Ridge's son years back and
Mm,
had no problem kissing on up and Thomas. So it was okay for you to do it then, but now you don't see what's appealing to him now. Because he
mm-hmm.
wants your daughter and always wanted your daughter, and this is the only foster man you really haven't had yet.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Girl.
This is the only other foster man she hasn't had yet.
Mm-mm. Nope.
So that bothers her,
Of
in
course
my
it
opinion.
is. Of course it is. I mean, she probably jealous of her daughter. Cause I mean, she been with Ridge about how many times? About 40 years now. So it's like, yeah, okay. Go plan your wedding and leave Thope alone.
another wedding. Oh my god.
I forgot about that day.
Girl, I
I
mean,
and rightfully so.
where's this wedding that you supposed? You design a whole dress. Worry about your own business. Your daughter is grown.
Exactly. You know what would help? They just write a scene like, "Hey, we went to the courthouse and we're officially married." Boom, done.
Oh,
You see
well,
your wedding.
wait, girl. We got to get to the baby. Ooh. You
What?
heard you heard what she said about having a baby, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay. So, all right. Let me ask you this:
Uh-huh.
if you're your hope, and you open that door, and you're in your lingerie, and there's Liam, why you let him in?
that's what I was saying. Like you couldn't see him through that little curtain right there. See, like Lynn, like, oh, okay, girl, you could have went to the back room. You could have went to the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
He would have eventually had left, girl. You didn't need to have this whole conversation with this man,
No.
especially when he left. Especially when he left that house. So he can't
No.
even. So what's the point of you coming to the property? And the funny part was, like, Hope was like, the kids aren't even here. The kids are with Donna. Like, what are you
Mm-hmm.
doing here?
Girl, he
Well,
was.
and
Mm-hmm. Go
oh, I
ahead.
was just gonna say when she said you threw us away, I was like, oh my god, he did. He had not 1 ounce of compassion or forgiveness for her, and she said it flat out. Everything she said to him was just such a perfect script.
It was beautiful.
Girl,
It was a simple.
he was first trying to throw Thomas up on the bus. Have you forgotten? He kept us from our daughter and blah blah blah. And she was like, "Look, that's old news. It's in the past. He's changed, and I didn't forgive him of that. I believe in second chances. Okay, now what?" So then he put on the waterworks. He was like, "Okay, that don't work no more. All right, let me try this. I love you. I always will love you. Really." And that's where it left us with
Right.
that cliffhanger on Thursday, leading us into today. And then he goes into this whole thing about sleeping, y'all sleeping together. And she looking like, yeah, and yeah, he blowing my back out. So what?
Was back up. Was back up. That whole conversation at the door, I was cracking up. I've seen those two episodes at least twice.
Mm-hmm.
They were at the door. He was like, what do you got on? Lingerie. And he was like, I really don't want to know. What are you doing? There's candles, there's dinner. I don't want to know. Well, now you know. Well, now you know, Liam. Now you know I'm going to be back on this couch. And it's almost going to be, I'm paraphrasing.
And
But
it didn't. So, as a woman,
Mm-hmm.
it could have just been. Just because you're in lingerie does not mean someone's coming over. Now, I realize there was 2 glasses of wine, but many women light candles all over the place and drink wine and lounge in their lingerie alone, and they enjoy it. And so what got me was his assumption about what was possibly going to happen. Now, of course, he was right. And it was just, the whole thing was just beautiful. I mean, it was, that I will say, that was great. The whole scene, I know, Brie, I backed it up and watched it again too. It was so good.
And this is after Steffi had turned him down. So he decided he wanted to crawl his behind over to Hope, who he didn't give a damn about at all this whole time. It was just, about a week and a half, or about 2 weeks ago, he had a whole conversation with Thomas in the office saying like, hey, hey, pal, how are you doing? Hey, give this to Hope for me. Steffi needs to be with a guy like me, and this, and this. Now, all of a sudden, Steffi doesn't want you. Oh, you come over to Hope. She don't give a damn. She already has that whole cabin set for a whole other man. And she opened up the door in lingerie. She didn't give a damn if you saw what she had on. She said, my plans are set. I know what I'm doing.
Girl, go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. And then he had Liam just come back around, tucking his tail in, trying to find any place where he can lay his head at.
Honestly, when Thomas got there, I was just like, oh, this is just beautiful. This is so good.
Before he got there, he was asking her about whether she used birth control. Are you using birth control?
I'm like,
she was like, that ain't none of your business.
So we know that's a no.
Right, and then he says, well, are you thinking about having a baby with Thomas? And she was looking like, well, why not?
Now, there was a couple of thoughts I had in my head. I don't think I can say them on YouTube.
Wait a minute, Bree. Jay got a message for you in the chat.
Oh, no.
Oh my God!
Did you read it?
Saw that. Yes, I did. Look.
You want me to read it out loud?
Go for it.
Jay said, "Would you go ahead? You read it out loud. Then go ahead."
It says, "Would you greet me at the door with some laundry like Hope did for Tom?" Well, she greeted Liam. So Thomas didn't even get the full display at all.
Yeah, I mean, he ruined that. Because I know she probably wanted to come to the... Because remember, she didn't have a jacket on. Her back was out. And then she put the little silky jacket that goes with it on top. So she was ready to show him the cute outfit, meaning Thomas. But Liam and Brooke interrupted that whole thing.
Yep. Heinous interruptus.
Yeah, that right there. But the fact that she felt comfortable, because Hope would have felt mortified. The fact that she set this up on her mom's property, and as much as we've been getting on Hope about not being clear about her feelings, I'm glad that she was Friday's episode. If that wasn't clear, I don't know what was. The way she read him down. And the fact that she opened up that door, she got to Thomas. It was like, look, my man is here.
Mm-hmm.
If that's not clear, my man is here. He's about me and for me, and I love him for that.
That was like, I wasn't expecting to hear that so soon. I thought we were going to have to wait weeks to hear that.
Yeah, because she's been pushing Thomas off like, oh, I don't know what I want. I'm not ready for anything. I'm taking it day by day, da-da-da-da-da. And then she just put it all on the table. Now, what did y'all think about her telling Liam, you just can't come over here. This ain't your house no more. I was like, oh, my goodness.
I was like, oh, look at Land of O'Lakes. He losing all of his women. He can't go to people's properties whenever he chooses to. Oh, that privilege has gone away.
Yeah, his key ring's getting a lot lighter.
Exactly. That's a good one. Oh, Trish, Darby,
Yes. What?
Darby 13. Are you in the chat?
I just closed it after you read Jay's. It looked like I was going to crash.
I had an
uh
error message on mine.
oh.
What did it
Open.
say?
It says, you said, what did you say about interruptus? Heinous.
Heinous interruptus.
Darby said, peenie interruptus.
Oh my gosh. I can't even see that at all.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I had to close it. Sorry, y'all.
Yeah.
That is crazy. Oh man. And then this fool, even though he walked out, he got the nerve to be watching them through the window getting it on.
He backed up, walked backwards, and did the whole flirt, like lean back and look in, and then just he was lurch. That was I was so glad that he saw that, because he truly had no clue. That was fun to watch.
It was fun to watch when Thomas walked in, and she's letting Liam know, hey, this is my man. Then turns to Thomas, grabs him, pulls him into her, and was about to almost kiss Thomas in front of Liam. That stupid look that Liam had on his face, like he done lost all his money. He done lost it all. He about to snap. He don't have his precious hope anymore. Thomas is knocking her down to the point where she forgot about precious Liam.
Yep.
Oh no. Oh, poor Liam.
Yeah, he is literally soul crushed right now.
He would have been really crushed if he saw Finn picking Steffi up last week, taking her into their bedroom. I mean, you want to lurk at windows? Yeah, let's give you an eyeful. You know.
Right.
I mean, I don't know how long because it left us with the cliffhanger today. I don't know how long he's going to stick around at that window. Is he going to watch almost everything or what?
I hope so.
Maybe he'll get some tips.
Phoenix.
Use them on who? Who cares about Liam at this point?
Phoenix Rising. Phoenix Rising said the exact same thing I said in my recap. 12 years of karma came full circle today. Lil Puke. Hip hip hooray.
Crashing down.
Yep.
Yeah, this is so fun to watch, and he is playing it so well. I mean, he looked so. But it's not humbled. The word is not humbled. He looked so. It's not even defeated. He is just.
It's just sad tears of a clown.
Yeah, he's exacerbated. Is that the right word?
Yes.
Is it? Or exasperated? I think it's exasperated.
Maybe it's exasperated. Somebody help me out. Yeah, I think that's a guess. He's exasperated with everything. And he exacerbated the situation about being exasperated.
Correct. There you go.
Okay, there we go. I knew I'd figure out a way to use that word.
Yeah, I mean, Liam stood at that door. They started playing that weird music in the background, like he was losing it or becoming unhinged.
Did you see his eye twitch?
Girl, yeah. So that dude is he about to lose it. I mean, especially he can't stand Thomas just as much as Victoria and Nicholas can't stand Adam. That's how much he can't stand Thomas.
I don't think it's even that. It's the fact that these two women are happy without him.
Yes.
I don't think it matters the man, because Thomas has always been a part of Hope's life. He ain't going anywhere. Same way Thomas is Steffi's brother. He's not going anywhere. It's the fact that these women were always fighting over him. He got comfortable and settled into that fact that these two women want him, and these women will gladly fight for him, gladly lie for him, everything. These girls did the most stupid, heinous of things. He felt that being in his late 30s now, he's able to pull the same tricks on these women. No. They then moved on. They didn't had awakenings. They inviting men to their mama's property. They ready to get backed up onto the couch and every damn thing. No, it's the fact that you're not that guy anymore.
Okay, but we
It will
still got
never
a
be.
problem though. They still haven't filed them divorce papers. I'm hoping after this that those papers are filed.
I hope so too.
I don't think they're going to be filed until Hope tells her mother off and says, like, hey, I love Thomas. Deal with it. Because I think this is the only other person she has really been able to put her foot down. I think she's taken steps to kind of let her mom put boundaries with her mom, but to put her foot down the way she did with Liam today, like, hey, you're going to stay out of it. I love Thomas. It is what it is. Deal with it. I think she's got one more step to go with Brooke. And I think that's when she'll file those papers.
Do you think that Liam is going to tell Brooke about what he saw and his encounter and saying, hey, you need to talk to your daughter. She's thinking about having kids with Thomas. She said that she loves him or loves whatever.
All Brooke is going to say is like, boy, you're late. Like, I knew about this months ago.
No, what I'm saying is he going to go and try to use Brooke to stop her? Because, see, if Brooke only thinks that Hope is using him just for fun. Now, after Liam says no, she actually says that she wants to have babies with this man and that she loves him. Brooke is going to be shocked by that.
The thing is, she can be shocked all she wants. What I love about Hope and Thomas is that they want to be around each other. They're not going to, as many things as people said to Hope about Thomas, Finn included. Everyone around has said something negative about Thomas. Mm-hmm. They are of no comparison to what he is doing for that woman in that bedroom. And that's just the bottom line. She fell in love with whatever that he was doing. And she is like, hey, this man is all for me and wants to love on me. I want to have that. I'm not going to get rid of that for anybody. If I have moved on, you guys need to move on too. So that there's not much that Brooke can really say. It's done. It's over with. And plus, as much as Liam had already professed his love for Steffy to Ridge, so what's he going to do? Tell Brooke this? Play one parent and play the other parent to try to keep both of the women in his loop? Come on now.
Would you like to see them actually get married and have a kid?
Hope and Thomas, yeah.
Okay. What about you, Trish?
I wouldn't mind that.
Yes, I think that would be just a lot of fun to see that happen. I think it would also add a different dynamic in the office because they're now not just designing together. And, Thomas doesn't have a lot, but if we do lose the patriarch, then maybe he will have left Thomas something too. And that could put a power struggle in play. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff that could happen.
Mm-hmm.
Because Eric and Donna are not married, so unless he's written her into something, if he does make an exit, she's not.
You know what? Okay, so this is a speculation, and I should probably make another video about it. But so there was a video that Ashley Jones, and I'm trying to remember her new last name because I think she got married, but the girl that plays Bridget. Her and Finn and the winner of the Big Brother.
I read that.
Yeah, she's going to be playing a doctor. And that episode is coming out right before Christmas that they're doing. I'm wondering, are those three going to team up to come up with some miracle idea to take care of Eric? Because it's like, when I saw that come out yesterday, and I'm like, all three of y'all, what are y'all working on? And that's the only thing I can think of is that they coming together. Maybe they found something, which it sucks because it's kind of like making Dr. Kobe look bad, because of the fact that he couldn't come up with nothing. And then all of a sudden, which was stupid in the first place. I mean, it's doctors all through that family. Lee, Finn, Bridget, why wouldn't you talk to? I mean, I know Eric tried to keep it a secret for a while, but at some point, you got doctors all around your family. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I'm wondering if that's going to be where they're going to go with this, because a lot of us, he looked like a goner to me. I mean, it's like this man is deteriorating fast, right?
Yeah.
But then when I saw them post that yesterday, I'm like, huh, maybe they're gonna come together for something. I don't know. Did you say you saw it,
But
Bree,
that,
right?
yeah, I saw that. Maybe they're trying to like wrap everything up for like the holiday stuff. But once again, like the writers came back. I feel like there's there's a lot of loose ends with some of these storylines, and there's certain things that we wish could make it better. So maybe with the permanent writers or the original writers come back and you know see what they can do for the Eric storyline, because I hear a lot of mixed things that he's not leaving, he's leaving the show, that he's leaving by February sweeps, or that he's leaving um, by the end of the year, and they're planning like a whole Christmas special in honor of him. Like I've heard many different things, so I think they're just throwing that in the air to to see if we need to bring in new characters, mix up the storylines. Because bringing Bridget on, I actually would be here for that. I would like to see love triangle between Steffi, Finn, and Bridget. I don't know that that bring some more characters on to mix it up. Maybe they're just trying to figure out what could work going forward for Eric or for the other characters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, we'll
Because
see.
this came out of nowhere.
Yeah, it did. So I'm kind of curious of where they're gonna go with that. But going back to this week, yeah, Liam got his karma in a very, very yeah, he got it right in the face.
I mean, this wasn't the way I was hoping he would find out. I was hoping that he would just walk in. I wanted to be as painful as possible. But you know what? He came to the house. He showed up in lingerie. He knew what time it was, and she pulled Thomas in and said, like, "Hey, this is my man. Go get," and he did. So well done, B&B. This is a cliffhanger Friday. This is a Friday episode.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, it was good. I mean, after a lot of sorrow this week, to have Thursday and Friday's episode with this situation, yeah, it was good. I gotta give it to him. So, you got anything else you want to vent out about this week?
No, I just thoroughly enjoyed that.
Mm-hmm.
Quick thing. Because I think I said it a little bit earlier. I was not expecting to see Cheekage at the end of this episode. Did
Wait a minute,
anybody catch that?
you saw cheekage
Yes.
on who? On
Hope.
Hope?
It was at the very end where Thomas had pulled her in. They showed the whole.
Oh dang! I didn't see that.
Well, now I'm going to have to go back and
Right.
look now. I got to go see if I can see the cheekage.
It was like because I had to watch, because I remember I watched it a couple times back. It was like right when Liam had started looking in the mirror in the window, Thomas had pulled Hope in, and you see a little bit of cheeky. I was like, oh my goodness, it's TV 14 or something. It's like Red Shoes Diary. It's a lot of cheeky. Not a whole lot of cheeky, but it was enough to know what it was.
He,
Too funny.
you know what? Matt probably didn't even realize that he pulled that dress up so far. I don't know. That's crazy. Okay, so let us.
I'm the only one who saw that. I'm just curious.
Okay, let me ask.
If you
I'll
guys
ask
go
the
back,
chat. Yeah. Anybody in the chat, did you guys notice what Bree noticed at the end of the episode with the cheekage? Because I didn't. I missed it. And I actually recorded the clip. So I'm going to have to go back because I added it in my recap. So. Dewan said Hope doesn't have any cheeks.
now, Not
Oh
what I saw, but
Lord.
it was different.
So my
It was
goodness.
it was I was not expecting it to be that racy. I was like, okay, like she was not playing any game. Okay, all right. I figured they always had like shorts or something. I was not okay.
Well, Phoenix said, "Yep, it's up there." Bridget Jackson said, "No, I had eyes on Liam." Nicole Beth said she saw it.
Yep.
Um,
Like I said, it wasn't a whole lot. It was just it caught me off guard. I was like, oh my gosh! It's like this is Red Shoe Diaries. Oh my goodness.
girl, you're so funny. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so I'm
I
curious to
keep
find out what Monday is gonna look like. If Liam is still gonna be like watching the tail end of this, or some clothes fall to the floor or something. We won't, of course, see anything, but some clothes fall to the floor and he's still there. He better not watch the whole thing. That gets kind of creepy.
if
That's creepy.
Yeah,
yeah
that's
if
creepy.
he's there. If he's there the entire episode, I would be dying laughing. I'm sorry. It like if he's watching them change position.
Okay, girl. Yeah. No, that'll be a little too creepy for me. You'd be like, dude, you go watch them. You know.
And he don't live there no more.
You know what? She should have took his keys. I'm like, dude, can you turn over your key?
and,
Yep.
and remove him access from the property.
Girl, you know Brooke ain't gonna do that. Liam is always welcome on Brooke's property.
I wonder, is this another man that she hasn't had yet? Oh,
Oh man. Girl, that's funny. Alright, let's go ahead and do our last two segments. Boy, this was a crazy week, to say the least. So, our first segment, because obviously with 100, we got up to 190 people up here at one point. It's 180
Oh
right
my
now.
God.
Yes,
Fun.
yes. So, I appreciate all you guys. Make sure y'all hit that like button and subscribe as well. Um, so, for those that are new in the chat, that are new here, that's listening, whether you're in the comment section or you're ninja watching in the shadows, but you're watching, we have two segments where one is called Flip the Script. If there's a particular scene or storyline that you wish we could change, or they could change, this is where we flip the script. And then who's taking several seats? Somebody that just got on your nerves, somebody in somebody else's business. I don't know if you watched my recap today, but Janine Reyes, I posted a clip of her, the news lady, where she had said in her news lady voice to take several seats. So yeah, somebody got on your nerve, not minding their business. That's what we say. Go sit down somewhere and take a seat. All right. So for the young and the restless, ladies, what is your flip the script?
Go ahead, Bree.
My flip the script. Actually, yeah, my flip the script would have been Nikki would have picked up something to defend herself. All them lamps, knives. You had a whole kitchen. You had everything, dining room chairs, every damn thing. And you chose to do nothing. So I would flip the script where Nikki had common sense.
Okay. What you
Yeah,
got, Britt? Trish?
I wish in the time when Kyle was telling Diane everything that he did,
Mm-hmm.
I wish Billy had been lurking in the background and heard the whole thing.
Oh.
Because that would have opened up a whole can of worms and story opportunity.
Okay. Okay, cool.
What about you?
My flip the script would have been Adam when they was talking in front of him about the fact that he has never done anything for this family. I think one of y'all said it early. Kidney, save your life, Nicholas. How many times you wouldn't be here if it wasn't for me? Your daughter wouldn't be here if it wasn't for me. I'm missing a whole organ.
Yep.
You know. Put that on, cause I sometimes I be like, Adam, how you gonna let them talk to you like that?
Right.
Say something back. Don't be like, oh, okay, I'll shut up. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know. Like, dude, tell them where to go. They keep
Yeah,
doing
you're
it.
not a doormat.
Yeah, they keep doing it because of the fact that he allows it. So, all right, and bold. Flip that script, girls.
I would say when Liam was saying like, "Oh, I still love you, Hope." I was hoping that Hope would just pick up the phone, call Steffi, and be like, "Girl, come get your man."
No, dang. Girl, you so crazy. Oh, what you got, Trish?
So, when Liam was staring in the window
Mm-hmm.
at the end, I wish in the other window, like walking up the side of the house, that Brooke would have walked up and seen him see them.
Oh, oh, wee.
I'm into the voyeur thing today, I guess. I don't know why, but I just wish someone would have seen him see them. And I wish it would have been Brooke.
She would have been like, "Stop it, Lee. Stop them. I will not allow this to happen. Go stop it."
Yeah.
Girl, and then she was telling Thomas how Hope is still grieving over her marriage with Liam. Yeah, okay.
Don't look very sad to me.
Mm-mm.
Oh, she's getting comfort somehow.
Oh, she crying, but it's not for him, and she crying something else.
Happy tears.
Exactly.
Tears of
Exactly.
relief.
Exactly. My flip the script for bold is Poppy telling Lee, girl, you need to go talk to somebody about that.
Yes.
Please go talk to somebody. You carrying this way too long. From what I understand, it's been years.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm happy because of the
How old
fact.
is Luna? 21?
I'm happy because I moved on, and I have to keep my life moving forward. You still stuck in the past. You gotta go talk to somebody, girl.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. All right.
Get help.
Get some help. We got some flips in this comment section. I saw 'em. LaShanta says, I wish Claire Grace didn't mess with Nikki's sobriety. That's a good one. Mary says, Devon and Lily tell Nate he will never work at Chancellor Winters again. LaShanta said, when Liam told Steffi he wants her back. I don't know if she left a piece out of that or what. Okay. Oh, Nicole says B&B during the scene with Ridge, Thomas, and Steffi not being Brooke in the scene. She was not needed. Oh, yeah, that should have been a private moment with the kids. I see what she's saying. Oh, dang. Darby says, technically, Adam organs are the property of his kids should they need them, not his brother's accident-prone kids. Tell Faith to harvest her own father's kidneys. Dang.
Ooh.
Okay, Darby.
You choosing violent.
But we'll give you a minute to think about it and then come back and tell us how you really feel.
Right. Say it with your whole chest.
I see you.
Alright. And then, who y'all got taking seats on The Young and the Restless?
Oh, goodness. I would put Victoria and Kyle in the same seat. They're in the same boat. They're both entitled. They're never happy. They're handed literally everything, but want to do the most and get the same result, which they have nobody, no one to lean towards, and they still stuck at square one.
What you got, Trish?
I do agree with that. And I would also, I honestly, just because she's not using her head, and I know she's already like in the prone position, but I'm going to put Nikki in a seat too, because like we talked about earlier and Bree said, you should have known better. Where were the bodyguards? Why are you going to this person's house? You don't know these people. So she's got to take a seat. And yeah, I think Nick could probably take a seat too, just for talking to Adam, talking about Adam, and like he's not there. And Victor just needs to take a seat too, because this whole entire ridiculousness.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I'm going to put Victoria and Nicholas in the seat for talking crazy in front of Adam's face. And then I'm going to put Audra in the seat for dropping the mask and then texting him to say, can we work it out? He didn't saw what you about. You going to text him back and say, oh, don't let this come between us. Girlfriend, you done showed your true colors. Sorry. It's a wrap.
Yeah.
You know, did you see how she did that? She just like, you're weak, you're a coward, and then she went for his manhood. I'm like, oh, okay. And I know we don't feel too sorry for Kyle, but it's like, dang, girl, you're going for the jugular.
Yeah. We can not feel sorry for Kyle and still think she's really cruel at the same time.
Exactly.
I don't feel bad for Kyle. I will never feel bad for Kyle. He knew exactly what he was getting. Twice.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we can send Audra over there to Liam. She'll definitely work through him.
He would never survive, T. She would chew him up and spit him out.
Well, somebody needs to add a little bit of level of karma on top of that.
She would go after Bill, but she would go after Liam. Oh no! Plus, the man that Audra described was Adam. Did you guys notice that? The man that she described, when she was arguing with Kyle about, like, you're a coward, you're this. I thought you were the type of man who wants to go after what he wants and takes no qualms about it. No, I'm paraphrasing, but she described a guy like Adam. So they're going to keep that girl on that show.
Listen, I still would like to see Adam Audra relationship. Them two would be so spicy together. I'm sick of Sally. I'm just over her right now. So I mean, and I know she's on the villain side of the world right now. Audra is, so that'll make it bad to put, especially if they're trying to redeem Adam. To put him with Audra right now, it wouldn't be a good look for him. But
I agree with that.
If they work it a way where they could just be, I mean, she is just as smart and ruthless as Adam could be.
Exactly. And that's the thing. She likes to be around these affluent type of men, these ruthless type of men. That's why she doesn't mind a guy like Tucker, and she doesn't mind being his side piece every now and again. But it's the type of man that she's describing. Yes, she has Tucker, in her pocket, if you will. Mm-hmm. But the man that she wants is a guy like Adam, without question.
Absolutely. And putting those two minds together, they could, girl, they could run ruckshot through General City. The two of them.
She might be the only one to encourage him not to worry about Newman Enterprises and start his own company.
Yeah, I just think this is a huge missed opportunity for the writers with those two. And if you're listening, writers, if you happen to come across, this content and you're listening, we're putting it out there, maybe down the road, maybe get an Adam and Audra situation going.
And if you guys can write me into a couple of scenes, that would be very nice too. And I'll give you a handful of people. I will gladly do scenes if you could just give me like an episode. Since we're writing things,
let's just write us all three in that this badass blog gets to go and interview Forrester Creations, and we go do that together. That'd be fun.
Exactly.
Girl, listen.
We're helping the writers now.
Yeah, we're helping the writers. So.
I mean, it's all about ideation,
Did we put everybody in the seat? Oh, we didn't do bold seats.
We didn't do bold yet.
No, we didn't do
Okay,
bold
what you
yet.
got for bold?
On three, let's go. On three, let's say the first one we think of on bold. 1, 2, 3.
Brooke.
Liam.
I said Brooke because Brooke trying to stop that boy. Thomas was like, "Look, it's getting late. I gotta go." Brooke,
He's like, reclaiming my time, reclaiming my time.
exactly. Brooke needs to take several seats. It's like, girl, if you don't get out that man's face, leave him
Get out of
alone.
your grown children's business.
Thank
Right?
you.
Oh.
Girl, just
And on
irritating.
top
Or,
of
or get out of your children's groins business.
Oh my god.
exactly.
Exactly.
As
Oh my
much as
god.
she cried about Ridge, she as soon as she got Ridge, she didn't care about him no more.
Mhm.
Right.
Right. She
Like you
broke.
see, like
Listen,
she'll
Bree. She broke the pack to get the ridge.
show did
She's
and took no accountability. It's like no, this just magically happened. It's your fault, Taylor.
Mhm.
Right,
Right.
right. That's how it usually works. But as soon as she got Ridge, she'll kiss him here and there, but then she went back to focusing on her kid's business. It's like you have a whole wedding that no one cared about that you need to plan. And we just found out the stuff with Eric. You have other things to focus on. Your sister needs you. Why are you
Mm.
worried about your daughter's bedroom? So
Thank
badly.
you.
Your daughter's doing fine. Look at her. She's got this glow about her.
A new hairstyle. She's in all black. She's perfectly fine in lingerie now. She might actually take over your legacy, Brooke. Let me stop.
Right.
But no, we know that legacy is for Steffi. But just let her grown kids be. So I agree, she can be in a seat. I had 2 other people for a seat though.
Okay.
What you got?
Liam, well, I'll save Liam for last, but Lee put her in a seat, put her in a psychiatric chair. Taylor, help this woman out, please. Help her work through her issues. And Liam, if he really wants to take a seat and look, go walk back in and sit on the couch since you're so thirsty to see what they do. I know you want to look at Thomas and take some notes, especially since winter's coming. You need a girl, and none of the women that you like to go to don't care for you no more. So
Mhm.
winter is here. Who's going to keep you warm at night?
Yeah, that's a good question. Poor little thing. And you did your bold seats, right? Trish.
Yeah, I just had Liam. Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Yeah,
I
and I
agree with
had.
everything Bruce said too.
Yeah, I had Brooke. It's like,
I agree with that one too.
she good grief. And then I gotta say, Zalika Silver won Best Dressed of the Week, and with that dress she had on.
Dress,
What'd you say?
that pink dress that she had,
Mm-hmm.
that
Yeah.
was beautiful. That was
That
pretty.
and then they had her
So
hair straightened out, so her hair kind of would look long and flowy and everything. They really, her outfits really compliment her well.
So I don't know if y'all remember, because I'm totally dating myself, but back in the '80s, there was this store that carried all of these silks, and it was just silk blouses, silk skirts, silk dresses, and it was kind of the style that she's wearing now, but no shoulder pads. Obviously, there were shoulder pads back then. She doesn't have shoulder pads in these, and I don't want shoulder pads coming back. It's just my opinion. But anyway, enough about shoulder pads. But it was the same kind of look of the dress, the flowiness and the contour, and it's just so elegant. And quite frankly, that color is just off the charts. I love it.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Do you look at the screen?
yes, I can see the screen. I can't see the comments though. But look at this cute couple. I'm glad that they're taking production photos, so we know that they're going to be a couple. At least that's what this tells me. Because normally when they do like these press shoots like this, it means they're going to be together.
Yep, I thought this
What photos? I
picture.
don't see it.
You don't see it, Trish?
No.
Do you see it? Do y'all see the pictures in the
I'm having
comments?
computer problems. I had to shut all my other windows.
Maybe it's a delay on your end. Can you guys see the picture in the comment section? Let me know. Because sometimes YouTube is a little delayed. But you
Who's
can
in
see
the
it,
picture?
right, Bree, right?
Yeah, I can see them. It's Hope and Thomas. It's the new Hope.
Oh,
In
cool.
all black.
Did
She
you
said
close?
painted black.
Did you cut it? Did you close out your thing and then come back in? Maybe you can see it
I
now. It
did.
should be coming up. Maybe. Go ahead. What you say, Bree?
It's like I have the opposite problem. I can see the video. I just can't see the comments. It's like there's like an
Oh my
error message.
gosh! What is going
It's
on?
YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube must be
YouTube's
tripping.
been, yeah.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, I see people see it. They say they see it. I think they are so cute together. That is. I
Yeah.
love that shot.
There we go. Okay, I see it now. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's great. They're so photogenic. And the lighting, man, so good.
Mm-hmm.
This is perfect. And Thomas finally got himself a girl. But can we please get a hand clap? It took forever. It took them 12 years to circle around the same love interest, but he finally got him a girl. Pray, give that man a clap, give him applause,
I mean,
reverb, whatever.
you know what? If they write this thing right, they could be a power couple. They could.
Yes. Yes.
Just don't screw it up, writers. They got a new name. It used to be Dope Fans. They actually call themselves Dope Nation now.
So they really can't mess this up.
Wow.
I think that
This
fan
is how
base.
big of an impact.
Yeah, that Dope Nation
Sorry.
fan base is probably bigger than maybe even Steffi and Liam or Steffi and Finn. Yeah.
Oh, without question. Because for years, it was Lope. It was Liam and Hope, everything. I'm glad that they phased that out. Because I feel like that was a point in time. These were like young people, fighting over a man. But now they went through some issues, divorces, children, affairs. we see some elevation, especially today. But good for them. They're cute on-screen couple.
Yeah, sometimes they put people together. And it's like what we see with Chance and Sharon. It's like, what were you thinking? But these two, they're photogenic together. Their chemistry on screen is together. I mean, it's just, they're on point. I mean, she's better with Thomas than she was ever with Wyatt or with Liam. To me.
Yeah, I agree. The chemistry is off the charts.
Mm-hmm. And the fact that they make the scenes so realistic and hot at the same time, it's like, oh my goodness. It's almost like you would think, even though we know J-Matt just got married last week, but you would think that they are blend so well in the romance scenes that you would think they were probably an off-screen couple.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, but we know Matt's wife is a happily married woman. We already got a little glimpse of what she did married. So congratulations.
Right. Congratulations is right.
Yeah. Yep,
you won the awakening lottery this year.
I know. And I mean, the scenes where he's biting and they scratching each other and all types of stuff, you would think that they're in their own world and when they're filming or something. I don't know. It's weird. I've never seen somebody that has that much chemistry and be so into each other in those scenes.
Mm-hmm. It's good acting on both of their parts.
Yeah, it's a little bit. Listen, if I was Brittany, I'd be like, I can't watch. I ain't watching.
I wonder what that would be like to be like the spouse of an actor who does these scenes, and like, and then your family members are watching your partner do this. It's I don't know. That would probably get to me a little bit, but maybe she's
Mm-hmm.
used to dating actors.
Mm-hmm. Well, she's an actress herself. Brittany is. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh,
So,
so she knows.
yeah, she knows. She knows. I was just being funny. But, yeah, obviously, she's probably done some acting in her time, too. So, yep. All right, you guys, you got anything else?
Um, no, this was a very fun week.
It
Yes,
was
it
a great
was.
week. I loved every minute of it, and I'm going to go watch that scene again right now because I have to see the cheeks.
Girl, you so funny.
It's at the very tail end. The
Okay.
very tail end, you'll see it like Liam will look right into the curtains. Hope drops down her robe, and then they show that scene, and you'll see the cheeks. I promise you will not miss it.
Yeah.
It made me laugh. It caught me off guard. I was like, wait a minute.
Oh, my
Like, wait a
goodness.
minute.
Right.
Is this Showtime? What am I watching?
Oh, my
Too
goodness.
funny.
That's too funny. All right, well, we're going to end it right here. Have a great. Now, next week is Thanksgiving weekend, okay? I will be out of town.
Yeah,
So,
me too.
yeah, and so I don't think and that Friday night, yeah, I'll still be out. I'll be in Kentucky. So,
Nice.
yeah, I'm going to my oldest thanks for Thanksgiving, and then they'll come up for Christmas. So, yeah.
Very cool. Safe travels. Have a lovely time.
Yeah, you
Same to
too,
you.
you too. So I'll let you guys know if anything, but I don't think we're gonna have a show next week. The week of the 27th through the what is that? The 1st of December. Oh my God, December 1st.
I know.
This year has
Crazy.
flown by. 2024 is coming. Good grief. Um, we'll probably have to cover 2 weeks because I don't want to put that much pressure on you
Yep.
guys, myself. I'm going to be spending time with family. We're talking about doing some shopping that day. And plus, I'll just be
Excellent.
down. Yeah, I'm be down there. I haven't been down there probably since. Oh my God! Well, she was here last, so it's my turn to go down there. So yeah, so I don't think we're gonna have a show, guys. So enjoy. I'll try to get the recaps because I think it preempted for Thursday and Friday. Well, Thursday, of course. Friday, I think sports are coming on because they usually have college football or something on Friday after
Yeah.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So I think we only get 3 days, and I know I'll get those 3 recaps in for both soaps, and then the spoilers. I'm gonna other myself and other bloggers and content creators are trying to because the source that we had don't give us the spoilers anymore as of the 13th of November. So we have to look for other sources. So I'm still going to get those out and other than that, I think that is it. So you guys have a wonderful holiday. Enjoy your family. Be safe. And I guess we'll reconvene back on the week of December. Well, that Friday is December 1st. Yep. Okay.
All right.
Sounds like a plan.
All right, you guys have a good one. And I'll talk to you later. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Like and subscribe. Night.